Chelsea 2, Liverpool 1. Fan calling show. Arne Slot and Salah needs to leave the club immediately. Big up to Zabiri, the Colonel in the building. Big up to Dark Savage in the building. Mandem? Yeah. Call us Mystic Meg, call us the Oracle. We've been predicting this, bro. We said there's things we're loose balling with certain things, bro. And these wins are getting, papered over. We're papering over the cracks with some of these wins. But everyone said, nah, sign the champions. Sign the champions. Hopefully everyone can stick to that narrative. Guys, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. Jump in. You don't need your camera on. Just come in, have your 3 minutes, have your say. And it is what it is. But big up Zabir, big up Sav. Do you want to say anything before I get the first?
I wanna say that I don't need another game. I don't need another inside training. I don't need another interview to know that this manager is the problem with the team. There's no point in blaming personnel, even though there's one personnel that I'm not going to blame him for the loss, but I'm going to blame him for his lack of contribution. And you have him in the title. So I see the manager went against Palace and nullified the midfield by going attacking and lost the game. And in his press conference said we lost the point because we were too attack-minded. 1-1, he went a little bit more defensive and bring on Hendo to see out the 1-1 versus going for the win, and we still lost the game. So, fam, you're 1-1 in, and at 1-1, you can either A, go for the point, or B, take the point. You've done both now and still came away with 0. You can't tell me we lost this game because we're too defensive-minded now. And that's the problem right there. The problem is the manager tried 2 different approach at the same position in the game and lost both of them. When glaring truth is staring us in the face, the way he's setting up these players is the problem. And if he has a good team and quality players, and he doesn't know what to do at 1-1 to win the game or what to do at 1-1 to save the point, it doesn't matter which player we sign. It's still going to be the same result. Because he did 2 different things and ended up with the same result. Fam, you're the problem. I don't need nothing more to prove that he's a problem because I watched him do 2 different things to save a point and still lost it. So if you're trying all these different things and end up with the same result, bro, it might just be you.
Sav, do you want to add anything before I bring in LESEDI and then Vel after?
No, just repeat things what I've been saying every other game. I will not ever negotiate with terrorists. Continue, because that's what that football is.
Yo,
the link is there, people. Click it, jump in. I'll get each and every one of you guys in as I possibly can. Everyone's gonna get 3 minutes, so let's get the first one in, man. LESEDI, bro. Big up, man.
How's it, Jay? It's been a while, huh?
Big up, bro.
Been a while, brother.
Yeah, so nothing. If the 4 of us were to go and play for Liverpool, that's what we'd look like. Do you know how alarming it is that Darwin Núñez looked more of a goal threat at Liverpool than Alexander Isak? You break the Premier League transfer record for 2 players and you don't pass to them. Guys, Badiashile and Chempong. We had Gusto in midfield. Listen to what we lost to. Badiashile and Chempong against Alexander Isak, and we lost. We don't have a DM at the club. This guy takes our number 8 playing DM and moves him to centre back. And then he's shocked when Chelsea keep breaking again and again and again because there's no one there, bro. What are we actually doing? Did we fuck the fullback signings? Because you don't sign Kirkes and Frimpong if you're going to use them in build-up. They're not like that. They can't do that. Kirkes and Frimpong, get them high, get them wide, stretch to play. And especially with the wingers we have, Salah and Gakpo, who don't take on their man, they need the help. Why is Bradley picking the ball up from so deep? What's he going to do? He can't pass. Bro, my head is kettled, bro. I actually can't believe what I'm watching, bro. The only half chances we created was from bro. Chelsea was shit today. That's what's frying me, bro. The only half chances we created was them passing it to us and us running at them. We can't press. We can't defend. There's no shape. There's no build-up play. There's no intensity. If you covered the score and the emblem and said this is Chelsea versus 15th place in the league, it would look realistic, bro. I cannot believe how bad we are right now. The only people like Isaac, I'm not gonna go with Isaac because he was feeding off scraps. Look what he created. Sorry, huh?
No,
sorry, I was trying to get my camera to adjust.
Look what he created after feeding off scraps, bro. And Mama Jashvili, I'm not gonna fault him because this guy was put on so everybody else. And I'm sorry, if everybody's looking cock, we have to look. I'm not saying start out, but he's been shocking, bro. How did McAllister play 88 minutes of that game? He shouldn't have started. How did he play that long? How did Salah not get hooked? I'm sorry. That was one of the worst winger performances I've seen in ages, bro. Everything he could have gotten wrong, he got wrong. And I just want to add, are you guys realizing what we're losing to? Any decent mid-block, Liverpool can't play football. Any like half decent mid-block, that's all it takes, bro.
So
Just literally, bro, put men in the middle of the pitch, don't press Konate, let Virgil pass it into someone, swarm them, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. We can't stretch the play because our wingers are not fast. Our wingers, my head is kettle, bro. That was shocking, bro. Anyway, big up, gents. Love the channel. I hope to see it sorted soon, man.
Big up, brother. Appreciate it, man.
Yo, biggest takeaway from that call is the man saying if Liverpool midfield 3 come up against us 3, we'll boss it.
All I know is that he said that the Salah performance is one of the worst he's seen. I'm going to ask him this question because he's gone. Have you watched Salah this season? Okay.
Savage, you said
because that's what you saw today was nothing new.
I do not
know your next year.
It's madness.
Oh boy. All right, see it the next one in. Big up, brother.
Big up.
Go ahead, bro. I'll start your timer. Go ahead.
I just want to get myself arrested today. I'm just tell me what to do. I'll go rob a bank or something. Just lock me up in prison so I don't have to see Liverpool again. Because, oh my days, man. We ain't winning no league title this season. I'm sorry to say this, people, but we ain't winning no league title with the way we play. I want to go back to the first calling shown here in the first game when I told the fan base that performances does matter over results because they're going to give me an indication of what we're going to do the rest of the season. And we have not improved since game week 1. We've actually gotten worse and worse. I don't know what game was it to wake this fan base up, whether it was Newcastle when we allowed them to come back to the game with 10 men, that it took us a last-minute penalty against Burnley, who are a relegation side. I don't know what it took, but hopefully this fan base wakes up to the reality that we are not good enough. The structure that Slot is putting out, the tactics are horrendous. The players are not performing to the level of last season. I don't know how Kirkes, McAllister started today and Konate, but Konate makes more sense because you have no other centre-back, which goes back to the point of signing Mark Gahey. I want him January 1st, immediately, him to be our first signing to the door because we can't build up shit on the back with Konate on the ball. Literally one moment in the first half under zero pressure, he literally kicks the ball up for a throw-in. That is the Real Madrid Konate, guys. The sooner he fucks off, the better. I'll be honest with him. McAllister should be benched now. He has done nothing this season to be starting. And that forward line absolutely stinks, bro. Absolutely stinks. Mo Salah, fuck me, man. I'm lucky I didn't carry anything on me. Otherwise, my TV would have been into pieces right now after that shots this guy was sending out of Stamford Bridge, bro. Like, absolutely abysmal for Mo Salah today. Isak, I genuinely feel sorry for. Even Wirtz to an extent when he came on. Obviously, I wanted Wirtz to be benched, but when he came on, he actually wanted to try and win the game. Only Verts and Isak were trying, and Mamadashvili, the others were absolutely abysmal, man. And obviously, we conceded the goal because of the substitutions. But why was those subs made? Because the players that are starting can't even perform at this current moment of time. And yeah, it's abysmal, man. For January window, I need a centre back and a left winger because I can't go watch these players playing week in, week out. Thank God for international break, man. But yeah, thank you, guys.
Big up. Big up.
Yeah, man.
The international break, I wanted it for a win. I don't want to come back with don't understand what's going to happen.
New players ain't changing this. We just had a transfer window, bro. Like just
And
new
we
players ain't
signed
changing
the
this,
best players
Yeah.
in certain positions. So I don't understand.
When everyone
why
running
people
around
are
saying that
still
Liverpool won
talking
the everyone running around saying Liverpool won the transfer window and that, bro. What we doing here? Like, bro, I can't lose to these. Wait, 5 months ago to the day, bro, we played them on the 4th of May and we lost 3-1 to them at Stamford Bridge, bro. And they just done us again, bro. With simple tactics, bro. That's the worst thing. People don't have to do much to outcoach what Slot does, bro. At least work for it. People don't have to work for victories against us, bro. And a lot of these games, bro, like fair enough, it's within the minutes of the game, but we've been getting away with it all season, bro. This is game week 7, but we've been getting away with it all season. In all the games, Bournemouth and Newcastle, and bro, listen, man, start, man.
Do you know what I said, bro? At the end of that, if Salah would have just squared it across the Cody, bro, would have been 2-1 up. At least the game would have finished at 2-2.
No, he needed to be greedy at it. Needed to get the limelight himself, bro, because it's been terrible.
I don't know where Yusuf went, but who's next? JP? Let's get JP in. Big up, brother.
Big up, bro.
Hey, big up, guys. Hey,
How are you, man?
Sab, could you fall? Good. Sab, fall again this stream so I could get some laughter and things from last time, boy. Because right now I'm trying to see where to get happiness on my weekends, you know. No disrespect, Sab, but
Nah, here, bro.
Nah, Sam is the type of guy. He'll do it for the right amount of super chat. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, you said in the super chat. I think Sam is the guy who's off that chair. I mean, he wants to jump off the chair anyway after watching night.
Sab falling.
So don't try to pimp me out, bro, for a laugh.
No, I'm doing it for the community. The community needs it.
Nah, but
Go on, JP.
just I don't want to come on the stream every time and saying the same thing, and me personally, it not making sense right now. It's simple tactics, simple squads. These are not massive squads that we come up to. I mean, no disrespect to Galatasaray and Crystal Palace and Chelsea, but to me, this was Chelsea's B team. Right, no Palmer, no stoppers, right, and the forward line isn't gelling yet. So, and my team can't seem to string passes together. And just like the other caller said, you know,
Froze, I think.
because I think
JP, you're breaking up a bit, my bro. I don't know if you can hear us. Don't know if you can hear us, bro. Nah, it looks like his connection is gone. What I'll do once he comes back, I'll get him to jump back in and get. Hold on. It looks like he's sorted it out now.
Yeah, I think the
How's it
connection bad on my end. Yeah, I think it bad on my end. So I'm
Yeah,
not
you
sure.
got that slot connection, bro. That's what you got.
Yeah, I don't think a new
Right, but
internet is gonna
I'll-
fix that, bro.
Yeah. Slot internet right now. But just to keep it short in case it's again, me personally, after the international break, I think only watching games at Anfield. If it's away from home with them tactics, I'm not wasting my 2 hours to watch Liverpool because It's the same old, and it has been coming. I don't think we had, apart from, it kind of confused me. I don't think we had a good away performance this season yet, right? Or Newcastle down to 10 men and almost winning the game, right? So it kind of difficult for me. It really pissing me off that this manager has this quality of players to his disposal, and we not going for it. People shocked as to what Szoboszlai going to give any 10. We saw that last season, so it's no surprise to me that Szoboszlai didn't create anything in the 10, because I've seen that last season. That's why we buy Wirtz. So why Wirtz on the bench? Even though you're having a bad spell, why Wirtz on the bench? And then you're shocked as why Szoboszlai not creating chances. We saw that last season, right? Then you put him on right back. If Chelsea had better wingers, they would have exploited Szoboszlai on right back. It worked for 2 games, all right, fine. But you have a natural right wing back, Frimpong, on you signing on the bench, and you're not utilizing him. So only game at Anfield I feel like watching now, and I just given Slot 1 more month, and then I am Slot out.
I hear it.
Fair enough. Big up, brother, man. Enjoy the rest of your day, man. Whoa. And so 1 more month of football stuff.
I told you 10 games and it's over. So I'm done, bro. Because I'm the same.
I don't know if we argued Premier League games. I still can't remember if it's Premier League or
you argued Premier League games, and I'm saying it's all the same, bro. This game and the Galatasaray game was exactly the same. Word for word, bar for bar. 15 minutes and 14 minutes, bro. The goal goes in, we stop playing. Me and you need to take a good look at ourselves, bro. What's the point of us even being optimistic for the first 15 minutes, bro? Oh, they are playing good today. Goal goes in, out the window. And ask people again, bro. What, like our best double pivot this season has been Szoboszlai and Gravenberch, and both of them are in the back line at the end of the game. One was centre back and one was right back. How does that make sense?
It doesn't. But I want to know how it makes sense when fans keep telling me about the midfield, watching the 2 best midfielder we have in the 2 best position finish out of that position and tell me we need a DM. Why do we need a DM?
They brought Frimpong to be a mascot, bro.
You
brought a right back. Ten does not play at right back, bro.
And the man threw him under the bus in the Palace game. Like, it's his fault for coming on and following instruction. So you're giving these guys instruction, and then you throw them under the bus when they follow your instruction. Your instruction is not working, and you're throwing the players under the bus for following your instruction.
Yeah, because you said something at the beginning of this stream, just when you said you don't understand what's going on because he brought on Wataru to short the game and take the 1-1. But
his instructions to the players.
But that's my point.
Show me his intention.
The personnel looks like it's to short the 1-1, but the way we play didn't change, bro. So
thank you.
So he might have just put him on for the. I said to end 20 minutes before he came on, Wataru will be the last sub, and then said, "Yeah, if we're winning," which made sense, but we weren't winning. So what? I don't know what you got. Rio and Chiesa on the bench.
Savage. He didn't go for the win in the Palace game. He went for the win and lost it, and threw Frimpong on the bus because he brought Frimpong on to be an outlet and to get up the pitch. Frimpong was following that instruction. It cost us the game. So in this game, he's like, yo, I'm not going to go for the win. I'm going to just take the point. But he didn't change anything, any instruction. He just threw a different man on the pitch.
I watched when there was a foul. I watched Virgil go over to Slot, and Slot was saying something to him. I need to know what that was, bro. Because you spoke to him like he was saying something and nothing changed, bro. So what instructions did you give him? Have a good time.
Let me get the rest of the guys in. So Josh, you're next, Paul, then Joshua, then Ibrahim, and then we'll go from there. Vibe, Donovan, and obviously Pops is always the last one for us, man. Big up, Josh.
Big up, bro.
Can't hear you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just throw a play on the pitch, bro, with no freaking
no instruction, no information. Yeah.
Yo, Slot didn't release your mic, fam. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Bro, we can't hear you. Yeah, Slot's
what Josh is doing there is what the players here in training from Slot, bro. Just miming, bro. So we don't know what's going on, bro.
Yo, Josh,
Right,
we'll
I'll get
switch.
the next
We'll
one
switch,
then.
but I don't know if the tactics is gonna be different. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you might
So-
not get on, bro. It might be a ping pong thing. We need the right side to have a bit more energy, but it's mad. Let's get balling then. Paul.
Good evening, then. Another sorry day for fans of Liverpool Football Club. Sorry to go through it, but well, like I said on, I think it was Tuesday.
Yeah.
I think Slot is going through a second season blues, and then I would also like to add that there are parallels with Ten Hag at Man United. Never say it, but there are. Those parallels are coming fast and quick if it continues to go on like this. Yeah, great first season. But then after that, it was downhill from then on. So that is my big fear, that there could be parallels between him and Ten Hag. And also the bolted as well, to go along with it as well. So yeah, that's my biggest fear. Yeah. And I mean, how the hell has he found a way of nullifying £400 million worth of talent? That is the thing I want to know, man. That is shocking. £400 million worth of talent that we've brought during the summer transfer window. Yeah. So that's a question
That's
that needs to
crazy.
be
How do you
answered
do
also.
that?
Yeah.
You know,
How
that's
to
mental.
nullify?
That's
How to
mental,
nullify
you
400
know.
million? Yeah.
Yep, should be done for embezzlement, blood.
Yeah.
Man
I'm
running
not-
EF, what do they call it? NFT or EFP scam.
I've been saying everyone else is sort of praising this transfer window, but I didn't think it was that good. To be honest with you, brought in the wrong players. Like I said previously, I'm not convinced by Kirkes. And I don't know what the hell we were doing buying Frimpong. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there is time for them to prove me wrong, but at the moment, it ain't looking too promising. Yeah.
I don't think it's a player.
But I think we need to think about putting Mo on the bench. He should be a squad player now. For a guy who plays on the right and he can't beat his man, that is appalling. If you can't beat your man, what the hell are you doing on the right wing? For my opinion. And we need to get wingers in who are going to play on the right who can beat their man and create chances or put decent crosses in. So, yeah.
Fair enough, man.
I got a question for you.
And we need to start thinking about playing Rio as well, and dropping also Gapco as well. He's flattering to deceive as well.
He's our best player today.
He was our best player today, though, Paul.
Yeah, that's his first decent game of the season. What's it taking so long to get him to start playing well? Yeah. Well, that's all I've got to say. I ain't got to say anything more. I'm pissed off, mate. I'm annoyed, right? So I'll go. Thanks for having me on, gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Man. You too.
Big up, Paul. Question for you, man, real quick. If Mo has to play 90 minutes, and I'm just saying has to play because that's what it looks like, and it's not really going to work on the right, why not play him as a second striker in that number 10-ish, false 9-ish pocket if a part of Slot tactics is also to go 4-2-4 anyway? And then instead of bringing in a Verts, bringing in a crazy right winger, which push Mo in the middle. So then it'll be more like a second striker or a shadow striker. So he'll still get his opportunity to do the stat thing. And then he can just be up there as the passenger. Because sometimes 10 in some formation is just standing up there anyways, right? Or halfway between.
Because he's terrible in that position.
Okay, Josh.
He's worse than he is on the right wing in that position. He's stinking up the place.
Okay. No, I was just curious.
All right, let's try again, Josh.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, that's good. Let me know if I'm too loud or anything. But yeah, thank you for having me on. It's my first time on.
Big up, man.
I've obviously was on a call-in show with you. But yeah, I think everyone that I've heard, they've spoken facts. I don't want to go over things again. There's two things that I want to highlight. Number one is that slow and ponderous build-up play. I don't know if anyone has mentioned that. So in the first half, like, we spend more time passing between centre-back and goalkeeper. They're the only ones here that have green connections. If this was a FIFA Ultimate team, they're the only ones that have green connections. Everyone else, they don't know each other. They don't know each other, man. I'll be real with you. They really don't know each other.
True.
I don't understand why Kerkez is dropping into build-up. I just don't get it. Because we look so lopsided. Kerkez is sat flat. Konate is as a middle centre-back. The right-backs disappeared to God knows where. Whether he's flown up the pitch or he's in the middle of the pitch, I don't know where. So our double pivot. I don't know why you invert when you have a double pivot. I think for me, I'm not as, I know you coach ends. I'm not the biggest tactical. I try to be, but I'm not. If you have a double pivot, why are you inverting for? Because if you invert, if you've got a 4-3-3, right? So if you've got Gravenberch at the base, yeah, you've got Gravenberch at the base, and then I'm right back. I invert. Gravenberch goes to left central, left CDM. I go to right CDM. Correct. But if you've got a double pivot of Mac and Gravenberch, I have now gone into Mac's or Gravenberch's position. So where's Gravenberch going to go? So what's he doing? So this is what I don't get in build up now. Maybe I missed it. So when we've got a right back going into inverting into the pitch, where the hell is one of our central midfielders gone? So it looks like we're down.
I explained that to Quasi. To be honest, I did explain it to Quasi. Not that I've had the answer. So basically, here's what happened: when Bradley run past Gravenberch, Gravenberch just stand there because where's he supposed to go? Behind Bradley and do what? So then because what happened, and I'm only explaining it to save Bradley. Bradley is getting slated wrongfully. When Bradley run past Gravenberch, Sabazala is on the left hand side. The striker is on the left hand side. His only option is Mo.
Yeah.
And then people say he can't pass. What do you mean he can't pass? Who is supposed to pass the ball to? He just run past McAllister and Gravenberch. The 10 is not there to support him. And the only man he has is Salah. What is he supposed to do? Can't do nothing. Sorry, I just wanted you to understand what's happening. Yeah, that's what's happening.
Yeah, that's the thing that confuses me. I don't know what our fullbacks are doing. Like, why do we have to wait? Why do we have to concede goals to start playing properly, to move the ball faster? Why do we have to play 45 minutes of nothingness to then start playing football? I don't understand. Like, imagine this year, you go to Stamford Bridge, they have their 4th and 5th choice centre-back. They don't have Cole Palmer. They probably have the best pivot in the league with Saicedo and Lavia. Lavia didn't play. So you're already at an advantage. We did not register a single shot on goal for 45 minutes. Our first shot on goal was Ryan Gravenberch, P-roller. And okay, fine, I'm exaggerating, but it wasn't quite a P-roller. The other thing before I jump off is, why is it the manager keeps correcting his mistakes? I feel like every single game we've played has been a selection issue. So free out your first 2 substitutions, you bring on Jones and you bring on Robertson. So you messed up the left back situation. So because why is Robertson coming on for? You don't make changes to fullback like that, especially when you're chasing a game.
Yep.
So you then bring off Konate and move Gravenberch because you're not happy with his passing out from the back. No problem. Is Joe Gomez disappeared or something? Have we lost him? Is he injured? Is he left the football club? He's good on the ball. Why don't you have Joe Gomez playing? If you build up as right centre back is an issue.
I think the reason why I took off Konate because I watched him on a run back and he pulled up and I was like, and then I saw him stretching his quad. So I said it to Sav on a watch along. I think he
followed the
picked
club
up an injury. So I think that's why he took him off. Yeah, but you're right because Sav then said to me, but if he's going to take him one, he just put the other centre back on. Then he didn't. So, but just listen.
Sorry, one more thing. Yeah, one more thing. I don't want to take up any more time. One more thing. Yeah, Mohamed Salah has not scored at Stamford Bridge for 9 years. Brother, let it go. Just let it go. 9 years at the club, you've never scored a goal at Stamford Bridge. Forget about it. Just stop it now.
All right. Big up, brother. Appreciate you locking in, though. Nah, bro. Hey, listen, I swear to God.
That slapped me in the face like a K-Max step.
Was it not? It can't be 9 years ago when he cut in and wrapped it in the top bins. Can't be that.
That was at Anfield.
Was it Anfield?
Oh, no,
that's Stamford Bridge.
That was Stamford. You haven't scored since.
Nah, man. He must have, bro. Because remember, he has.
Yes. Sounded like a good step, though.
Yeah, it did. It landed, didn't it? It landed. Thanks, bro. Big up, man.
2022, me and Enzo the watch along to that. That's the one when thingy, bro. When Doak came on for 30 minutes and Salah got taken off and he was screwing, bro.
Yeah, man. Do you know what I'm gonna do, man?
Pochettino, remember? And he was on about Ben Chilwell and Reece James. They took over the game.
And they were just kill.
Yeah, they killed us, bro.
What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna let the guys run in and out. Yes, I'm gonna just get them in, and then we'll chop up.
Slot's about to come on in a minute, and I need to do my weekly listen to his bullshit, bro. So I'll pause.
And then let us know, Sav, please. Ibrahim, then Vibe, then Donovan. Hold on, let me make sure I get the order right. Who was after? Josh, Paul. All right, so let's go with Ibrahim. I need to get Joshua in as well. But Joshua, let me know if you want to hold tight for a little bit, because you normally come in with the mad takes as well. So, all right, let's get Ibrahim in first. Big up, brother.
Yeah, how are you guys?
Big up, man.
As good can be, bro. Our team is.
Honestly, I've not been here in a while. Thanks for having me on.
Always, man.
Love, man.
I'm so sick. I'm feeling. But first of all, as Savage perfectly said, it was like the Galatasaray game, carbon copy. Like we played. Well, I was like first 7-8 minutes. We was, I wouldn't say moving the ball quickly, but we was like, it was okay. Like, you know, like as like starting to encourage me. But that Caicedo goal, and then I don't know what happened. Like the passing, build up play, like Josh mentioned, too slow. Bro, Salah, he's doing my head in, bro. Another disaster class. Kanate, disaster class. Bradley. I don't even want to knock it on Bradley, but it's a disaster class. But I think partly it's down to the system as well. It's down to Arne Slot. Ends, I remember putting a comment on, I think the video you made the day after the Galatasaray game, saying regarding the Chelsea game, he's on fraud watch. For me, he's on fraud watch, bro. Slot. I've had enough, man. I'm not saying Slot out yet, but I think that's a bit too extreme. But for me, he's on fraud watch, innit? Because we've not, I think barring the Atletico Madrid game and the first 25-30 minutes against Everton, we've not had a good performance this whole season, in my opinion. But the second half, we was better second half because the first half was that bad, because the bar was that low. Like it couldn't have been as bad as the first half. You know what I mean? Like the bar was that bad. So the second half, we was automatically going to be better. But fam, some of the decision making, Gakpo, I swear, is it just me? But he takes so long to release the ball. When there's like 3 or 4 men ahead of him, he takes 2-3 extra touches again and then gets tackled. And also, same with Salah, bro. Do you know remember that chance where he just ballooned it, Rosette? You know that chance he ballooned it, Rosette? Oh my God. I literally had my pen and dashed my pen across the room because I remember Isak as well. Do you see how frustrated Isak was? He didn't get the ball. Oh man, Salah, I don't know what's happened to my man. But the worst part is, as my man said earlier, how are you spending 400 million and you're getting worse? How's a football team worse by spending 400 mil? Like, it don't make sense. And also, Isak as well, I feel sorry for him, bro. He's literally doing a graveyard shift up front, bro. Like, no one's getting the ball to him. Like, what is he supposed to do if you're not feeding him? He's the sort of player that needs service, you get me? But how was only Arne Slot's the only brother that can make a £125 million striker look like Rasmus Højlund? Like, I don't get it. It's that bad. Like, bro, he's laughing, but it's true. But all I'm saying is, I don't even think we'd beat United. It's that bad. I'm not even confident for the United game. Yeah, that's my 3 minutes.
Nah, big up, bro.
Nah,
Listen,
I don't like
nah,
that.
big up. Nah, he's right.
We usually make the Man United managers get sacked. Arne Slot is gonna make Amorim keep his job. Nah.
Because normally what we do, we get United managers sacked, in it. Like that's our normal
Arne
routine.
Slot is gonna make Amorim keep his job.
All right, let's get Vibe in, then Donovan, then Pop, then Joshua. Oh, hold on, I got the order. Vibe next. Big up, Vibe. Let me make sure I got the order right. So Vibe, Donovan, Bat, Joshua, and then Pops. That's the order.
Big up, guys. Big up.
Big up, man.
Where did this go wrong? I mean, we can start in so many directions. Okay. I think there was a moment where we had almost 6 midfielders on the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
I think 5 midfielders, 2 actual defenders, that being Robertson and Verge, and three forward attackers, obviously. Where's Chiesa? Well, when does Slot actually consider Chiesa and all this? I mean, you got to feel for him because I don't understand what he must do to deserve to get some minutes. I understand he was dropped for the Champions League game, but I don't understand why he was not brought on for this. And as the previous people said, the decision making was just atrocious. I mean, there were a lot of times that we got dispossessed because of our own passes. It was very sloppy. It was very. I mean, there was no connection. There was no connection, and I felt there were so many chances. I think the goal that we scored was through an overlap, if I'm not wrong. I think Soboslai probably crossed it, and then
cross. Yeah. Was
yeah,
overlap.
and that option was there multiple times for Salah. Now Salah, oh, this guy, right? This guy I don't know when, but he needs to get benched. He needs to get dropped. Somebody needs to tell him seriously to calm down, because I think all of these 3 shots went to Jupiter. Like, out of earth, bro. How is it that we have Isak, right? Wirtz, and we can't even beat this Chelsea team that don't have Cole Palmer? Like, that does not make sense. And you know what this reminds me of? This actually reminds me of Antonio Conte's first season in Chelsea when he won the league, and then the follow-up season where he came 5th. Because that's the same thing that happened. Everyone figured out his tactics. New manager, new season, new tactics, and in the second season, he's been found out. It's almost like as if somebody said this. Any mid-block team or low block. I mean, take Burnley, for example. We almost lost that. I mean, we almost drew that game, but all they did was they just defended and had a low block. And then we're going to have Humpty Dumpty come in with new excuses this game. He's going to be like, oh, we had better chance creation or something or the other. I mean, it's just very frustrating. I mean, this game made me want to yank my hair out, honestly. This was a long watch. But yeah, I mean that's all I have to say.
Big up to you, bro.
Big up, guys.
Big up, man.
He said a load of nothing. This slot you, bro.
What did he say now?
He went back to the same fine margins talk. It's fine margins, and we could have been the team to win. And once he got back to 1-1, I felt like we were the dominant team. Dominant where, bro? Bro, this game.
At 1-1, it was a basketball game at that point.
Yeah, and he said that with the first half, we were a good team. We limited them to 1 chance, if you can call that a chance from a shot from 20 yards. It's a chance, bro, and he scored, bro. What are you talking about? But if you can call it a chance. Then he was like, it's always fine margins. Galatasaray, they got... I don't know why he brought up Galatasaray again. But it's just like, oh, yeah, they got a penalty. They got a lucky penalty. Palace scored in extra time. Bare excuses coming up, bro. And then they asked him about the substitution, and he said the fullbacks, if they run yellow cards, that's what I've took them off. I said Bradley was on a yellow card, and then there was that foul, what wasn't a foul, and which is what me and you was talking about. And then he said Kirkes was tired because he played 90 minutes. So I saw that he was tired. So
that guy didn't look tired.
Exactly. And he said Ibu was the thingy, what he said with his quad. So he's like, I knew that I had Gravenberch on the pitch, so I could just put him there. Didn't even mention Gomez. And he's like, I knew that I could put. So I was like, right back, bro. So that was it, bro. That's all he said. I'm not even joking, bro. Like, he didn't.
This is what I said to you, Sev. I don't understand. These men are athletes and can't play 2 games. And they should be able to play 3 games in 90 minutes. And then you start thinking, right, yeah.
If he's saying that Kirk has played 90 minutes, which I don't even know if it's true, but he probably knows better than me. I can't remember for the last 2 games, bro. Because I thought we saw Robbo in one of them.
Robbo didn't come on in the last game, I don't think.
No, but what was it before that Palace?
Yeah, it was before Palace. We haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So if Robbo, so then start Robbo then.
That part.
Like, it is. But this is not a new thing, bro. Everyone's acting like it's a new thing, bro. Like this, the games are on my screen now of what we played this season, and we started with a loss to Palace, which he says that we didn't actually lose. It's just that we lost on penalties, but we didn't lose the game. We lost 4-2 against Bournemouth, last minute goals. Newcastle 3-2, 10 men, last minute goal. Arsenal 83rd minute free kick. We weren't winning that game without it. Burnley struggled 1-0, end of the game. Atletico, we beat them, but we let them come back into the game. And then Virgil scored in the 94th minute, bro. Everton, we beat them convincingly. We'll give that one. Southampton, Chiesa scored at the end of the game again. Palace, we lost. Nketiah scored. Galatasaray, we lost. And today we lost. Last minute again. What do you mean fine margin, bro? It just tells that was shit.
All right, let's get Donovan in.
Yo, what's up, fellas? How you guys doing?
Big up, bro.
All good, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think we need to be honest as supporters. Like, we haven't been good. I was looking at the fixtures from last season. Like, our last good, performance was against Man City away, 2-0. And that was in February. Mind you, that same month, we lost to Plymouth away. Like, other than the Tottenham game, we always do that to Tottenham. We haven't played well. We haven't played well at all. And, like, this season, we've gotten away with, like he was just saying, like Savage was just saying, the last-minute winners. And just, like I said, I just feel like there's this arrogance within the club right now, and we've never been this way. Like, I feel like just because we bought all of the players in the summer, I feel like we just spent money just to spend it, just to flex, like, just because we could do it. The talent ID, I think Slot wants to play such, like PSG. I think that's the barometer for him, and we bought players that don't fit that style of play. And I don't know. It's frustrating because we played better football 10 years ago. Seriously, we played better football 10 years ago. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
For me, I feel like for the way we want to play football now, I don't know if Salah can play anymore at the level he's done it. In the last couple of years, like we literally can't press down that side. We can't raise. We can't press. We can only press on one side. And Chelsea, the way they played through us today, it was so easy. None of our traps worked. The only reason we got the ball back is because they misplaced the pass or whatever the case may be. But I mean, I think I'm optimistic, and obviously it's only October, but I just feel like serious questions need to be asked because you spend this much money, and you talk about playing a certain way, and Slot doesn't look like he has a clue what's going on. He has no answer, to be honest. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys feel on that?
I agree with everything you said, and I've been saying, like, in the season while we were winning the title, while they were in Ibiza, I was saying this same stuff then. I was just saying it a little bit nicer because I knew that he's won us the trophy. I got to be kind in somewhere. I can't be a prick. But I said the football wasn't good. It's not been enjoyable for me for like a year, bro.
It hasn't. Yeah. No, I agree. I don't really know where we go from here. I feel bad for the kid Leone because I feel like he could have helped us this year. Honestly, the way he looked against Southampton, like he could have helped defensively. But I mean, did you guys see Robertson for that goal? He had his hands on his knees at the end, like before the cross. Did you see that? You guys got to watch that back and see. They showed us still. I don't know where you guys watched it, but they showed us still. Robertson literally had his hands on his knees, and the ball crosses, and he reacts a split second too late, and we lose again. But appreciate you guys. Big up.
Big up, bro.
Big up to you, man. Boy. Right. So it's refreshing just to hear what. Yeah, it shouldn't be.
We having these. I mean, all these people that are doing the like, give him a brother. We never told you to spend that much money, bro. I never told you to disrupt your team. What you had for what, you know what I mean? 1 minute you're telling us that you're happy with the team. Next minute you're spending 500 mil, blood, $500 million. So you tell me if you're actually lying to us or not, bro. Because what everyone's going to do, we're going to have to deal with it. If he didn't buy a lot of players, we'd have to deal with it. He brought loads, we have to deal with it. But these are your players now, bro. I don't even know why we still have sentences where Klopp's name comes into it, bro. This is your team, bro. You chose to keep, man. You chose to sell, man. You tried to buy, man, innit? That's it now. This is your team, brother. Live and die by that, bruv. Live by the sword, die by the sword, bruv.
Yeah, he's died.
And the sword blunt, bruv.
And what he's
terrible.
on is fine margins.
It's terrible. Built a whole team around Salah and you got the job done last season. I hear it, bro. Salah told us, he said, the gaffer said, I don't need to run back, bro. I just told him I'll make a deal with you. I'll get you the goals. Safe, he did it. Well done, Salah. Well done, Slot. Then you went and brought Ekatike and Isak, blood.
And Virgil.
You went and no, but I'm saying up front, bro. You went and kidnapped Newcastle's whole target, bro. Their whole transfer targets, bro. and you still want to play towards Salah, who can't play anymore. And don't give him this benefit about Salah's legs and all he's tired and all that business. Because last season everyone was bigging him up for his abs and shit. He took his top off. Oh, look at his abs. He don't have carbs, blood. So now everyone wants to play that his legs are gone. Nah, he's just shit, bro. It's not his fitness. He looks fit. When he's fine, bro. It's his football watch socks, bro.
Let's get back in. Next. What you got, man? Yo, back.
Yeah, hi guys. How are you guys?
How are you, man? Good, man.
Yeah, I was the person that called the last time that someone said that I'm reacting like a nuclear reactor. You remember?
You sound like you got an echo, my bro. I don't know if you got something listening in on the background, but it sounds like you got an echo.
Okay, can you hear me? Is it clear?
Yeah, there
Is
you
it clear
go.
now?
There you go. Yeah, you're good.
Yes. Yeah, so I was the one who called the last time, and then somebody said on the comment that I'm reacting like a nuclear reactor. You remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Zuberi, I want to apologize to you. My reason for this apology is that some of the things you've said, I've been one of the people who criticizes that. But at the end of the day, I have seen the point you are making when it comes to this team, Liverpool. We went and bought things we don't need. We literally went for shopping on things we don't need. There is nothing wrong with the state of the head, but there is something wrong with the head of the state. You won a league with a team. What did you do? You went and sold a lot of people in that team. You sold Luis Diaz, who carried us. That guy single-handedly was one of the players who carried us throughout that season. You sold him. You sold the creativity you had in that team. Okay, not selling, the creativity you had in that team left. You sold Kwanzaa because you want money. RIP to Diogo Jota. And you kept on selling. And you went, and I watched that stream where Zuberi was saying, we don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need this. I was one of the people saying, no. But I have seen where he's going. When you buy things you don't need, you need a DM in this team you didn't buy. And you went and bought Vest. We bought Isaac. We were buying attacking players. Where are we now? And when you talk, people say you are reacting. You are a nuclear reactor. It's not all about nuclear reactor. This is where we are at the moment. A league-winning team. A team that just won the league, that is supposed to keep the player. Luis Diaz is not asking for much. Give me £120,000. Let me stay. You said no. He's in Bayern Munich, earning 200 and something, scoring almost in every game. Even part of the creativity, Harvey Elliott, you have. Jurgen Klopp told you when they asked Jurgen Klopp a question, what is the thing you regretted as a coach? He said not playing Harvey Elliott. You allowed Harvey Elliott to go. You bought Florian Wirtz. Please, can you just tell me, on current form, do you think Elliott will not do better? Wirtz cannot shoot.
Savage, I'll pass this to you.
Big
if
up,
you
bro.
said it.
Big up, bro. I'm
Said it. What's the point
the guys
of
to
letting
answer.
Elliott go
Big up.
and buy Wirtz, bro?
Yeah, I don't even want to be disrespectful to Wirtz because it's not based on him. But Elliott already knows the team, and he already knows the function of the team. So Wirtz is trying to do what he should be doing. I told Enz in the stream, bro, that PowerPoint presentation was a lie, bro, to Wirtz, bro. I know Wirtz was gassed about it. Yeah, what the gaffer showed me made me want to join Liverpool. Yeah, I used to be a salesman. I used to show people loads of shit and lie, bro. And then you come back with your BlackBerry in my shop and I walk off, bro. I don't know you, blood. I don't know. You sold me the phone? Nah, that ain't me, blood. That's not.
Raw, Savage. Man did the military tactics. There's a cadence in the army, right? When you go to basic training and you sing it, but you're not really deep in the deep meaning. And it's called My Recruiter Lied to Me. Said I can be all I can be. And then you join the army and they're like, yo, all right, go out there and pick up the cigarette butts and pick up the rocks. And it's like, bro, how I doing this is gonna be all I can be by just picking up trash.
He lied to all of these men. They lied to Verts, they lied to Ekatike. They brought Ekatike and said, "We're not buying this sack anymore. Don't worry about that." And as soon as Ekatike signed the contract, they started twerking for his blood. Because I'm not one of. I don't need to tell Slot what he needs, bro. Because it's up to him, and it like he's the gaffer. I can only say my opinion as a football fan. And before we knew that FSG would spend this much money, all I heard everyone say is we need a DM and a left back. That's all I heard, bro. DM left back. Then obviously I agree. I understand. We didn't know what was going to happen to Jota. So once that happened, we're just going to need a striker in it. And we knew that this was going to probably sell Nunes. Apart from that, that's all I thought was going to happen, bro. And if he knew that he was going to play Szoboszlai right back and have Bradley, then you shouldn't have brought Frimpong. I was happy we got him, but you shouldn't have brought him. I keep telling him, Verts is a want, but it's not a need, blood. It's luxury business in an all-action midfield, bro. You've already got McAllister running around trying to kick people up on that, bro. That's not what we know him for. So it's like you want to spend all this money, bro, and you don't know what you want to do. I told you, bro, this is what happens when poor people win the lottery, bro.
All right, let's not put it on poor people.
Nah, in football, he's a poor person Feyenoord, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man. No,
I
know that's your hometown and that, but no one gives a shit about Feyenoord, blood.
Yeah, he doesn't have.
In that league, got 12 teams in it, bro. It's not even it's not even as good as the Scottish. Nobody cares, bro. Feyenoord, bro. We got our next gaffer from Feyenoord, bro. He had all kids. Feyenoord lost their team. He rebuilt the team off youths, bro, that were already a part of that team. That's so gangster, bro. That's so gangster that he did that. So why come to Liverpool and splash cash then? Ain't you the man with the solutions? Go look in the academy, bro. But then we get an academy youth, Trey, Rio, and you don't want to use them, bro. Salah's kneecaps could be falling off, bro. And he would still bring somebody else on and leave Rio on the bench, bro. Man told us, yeah, you know, Chiesa, he had a little knock before, so he couldn't play, but he's fit now. Then he don't touch pitch again. Even though 3 of these games, Chiesa saved him. He could have been dark without Chiesa this season. You take Chiesa and Rio out this squad, bro, and the shit looks dark already, bro. We're like 9th in the table. We're out of 1 cup already against Southampton. Newcastle win with their 10 men. What are we doing here? Papering over cracks and that. Nah, man. The truth will set you free, buddy. It will set you free, bro.
Nice jokes, man. You know, we're hearing everything that we said, bro, from preseason, from January.
You know, it's great.
We're just hearing it all now, brother. That's killing me.
You know what's
bro.
crazy?
Like,
the man said he owed me an apology, bro. Man said he owed me an apology. And when he said his apology, bro, and the reason why, and I'm listening to it, bro, I'm just like, I don't even want it. You know what I meant? Say, oh, you know, you was right. Bro, I don't want it. You know why I don't want it? And big up, by the way, but I just don't want it because it's like, bro, I didn't want to be right. I know I was right when I was saying it. I wanted the manager to fix it. Like even when we're saying like, oh, he ain't good enough or whatever the case may be, should he get time to fix whatever he created? Because, bro, he clearly bought players and he's not playing to their strength. Everyone saw the team last season and figure out if the manager get these 2 positions right, what he's doing now will work. But instead, he went and bought a whole boatload of men and is trying to do the same thing he did last season. And last season, he was already missing 2 pieces, a DM and a left back, right? This season, he bought a bunch of men and is playing the same way last season. The men he bought doesn't play to the way he played.
Don't you think how Leone got injured was a bit innocuous, bro? But I told you, man, don't like Italians, bro, because he spiked Leone's fucking electrolytes in training. That's why he got injured. And he hates Chiesa, bro. He hates Italians, bro. Why can't Chiesa play?
I'm gonna bring you on the panel.
Why can't Chiesa play?
It pops in on the panel. All right, let me get
Can I apologize?
let's get Josh in. Go on, yeah. Get Josh in.
Pops, I want to apologize. I saw the notification for you, man, watch along, and I was like, ooh, I should go over there. And I was like, nah, I told Quasi I would go with him. I was like, I should go with the Bayesian man and just build a vibes in that, bro. And I made the wrong choice, like Mr. Slot. I made the wrong choice. Because that watch along with Quasi was painful, bro. Big up Quasi still, but it was painful. Because that man just wasn't seeing what I was seeing in the game, bro.
All right, let's get Josh's take, and then Pops. Don't worry, you're part of the panel, brother. Josh is in, then Ace, and then Covenant is in, and then Mike will be last in. Joshua, man, what's going on, my bro? Can you hear us? Mic check, mic check. All right, looks like Josh Mike ain't micing right now. Wait, we'll come back to you, my guy. Covenant, let's see what you saying. Big up.
Big up, gents. First time on the panel, first time on the show. I just
Big
want
up.
to say I love the show.
Big
Yeah.
up, man.
Look, what I have to say is it's pretty brief. Generally, I think that most of this comes from a poor out of possession structure. Because if you look at most managers with what they do, they fix the out of possession first, and then the in possession comes after. And with our press, our out of possession structure, it's just not working. We're so lackadaisical with it. There's no intensity with it. I mean, I was watching the watch along and Sav was like, oh, it looks like we brought the intensity up. You know, Pep Linders is here today. And it's just after the first 15 minutes, it just died. There's no press. Everything's so easy to play through. And that's where most of the problem comes from. Because if you let teams come onto you, it's harder to defend that unless you have, you know, prime Italian defenders in your team. So we don't have that. So when you have a poor out of possession structure, the in possession becomes a whole lot harder because you're already 1-0 down most of the games. And look, I think I've looked at, like, you know, Twitter and stuff, and a lot of people have been saying Gakpo is terrible this game. Gakpo, he was our best attacker on the field. People were saying he was one-dimensional. Gakpo crossed the ball, like, you know, from the byline multiple times this game, and I think he was pretty great. So I don't know where all of this is coming from, but Slot needs to fix it ASAP, because when you have a terrible out of possession structure, your in possession suffers and everything else around it just collapses. That's generally what I had to say. I said I was going to keep it short, and yeah.
Nah, big up to you. I appreciate you jumping in, man, and
Yo, appreciate your first call as well. Call back in, man, because that what you just said was very refreshing, and it's so on the money. And you're the first one with that take, by the way. In Covenant, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna join your Covenant because, bro, I'm telling you, what you came in and said, short and sweet, bro. You took it before our problems. Like, we're talking about the actual problems, bro. You've dissected it to see where the problem starts. That's a good eye for football, man. I like your take. I really respect it as well, man. Because the setup is definitely wrong. And to start the correct setup, it has to start with not having the ball for real. Because I was telling Quasi, yo, we have the ball now, but the men them are not in the right place now that we have the ball. And it's literally what you're saying. Bro, what you said, man, is the best thing that happened all freaking morning and afternoon for me, bro. Because you make everything make sense. Bro, it makes Ents, thank you for doing the call-ins, bro. Because sometimes the call-ins are shit. If man like Covenant is gonna come in like this, bro, I run them every time, bro. Because if at least one caller can come in here with sense, it makes the day better, bro. Because we're here for answers.
I appreciate it, gents.
All right, man.
Savage, let me glaze, man.
Bro, relax, man. Covenant's a G in that, bro. What, you get off his balls, blood? The best thing that happened to you today, bro. What? Right.
Let me have it. Before you go, let me tell you, the best thing that happened to me last week was Savage falling off the chair. And he falling off the chair this week. So you're now the best thing.
Highlight of the stream, bro. Highlight.
Yeah. I'm a timestamp your calling so people can know.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I appreciate it, gents.
Jesus Christ.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Big up, you too, bro.
Big up.
Whoa. I'm going to timestamp it on Ends' channel. Brother, relax, bro.
In all fairness, I did timestamp you falling off the chair last week as well.
All right.
He did.
All right, bro.
Don't worry, man. Every caller is timestamped to be. I'll save you the hassle, bro. It's done.
No, I'm going to go the extra mile and timestamp it in the comments as well in case somebody missed it.
All right, fair enough. Hopefully, okay. All right. I don't know. I'm with Savage on this one, bro. You know. Let's get Ace in the building. This is great. Ace. Big up.
Good, y'all. What's up?
Big up, bro.
Good, man.
First of all, I gotta say, I appreciate that I found y'all. I'm new to the channel, and whatnot. I've been on a lot of LFC channels, and I mean Zuberi, I've seen him on some other ones too. So shout out to him, and I'm glad that he's here somewhere where people talk sense. It's a lot of delusion and copium on a lot of other channels, so I just don't watch him anymore. It makes my blood boil because I normally don't even call in this type of stuff, so I just be watching, but I had to have a say. And then when I found that y'all speak sense, it's like, cool. I got some people here. So my
Love,
whole thing
man.
is my whole thing is this, right? I didn't watch LSC last year. I've been a fan since like '08, maybe '07, because of Fernando Torres, Steven Gerrard, right? And then Klopp came
Mm.
along, and I love that guy. And so last year, after the players let him down, the season before where he should have had a title, and they let him down, and then at least one other time before that, whether you call it 18-19, when they should have won, and we're drawing games to Southamptons and Manchester Uniteds and West Ham's, they let him down. So when he left and he's tired, I was just like, you know what? I'm kind of out of it too because I don't. It wasn't right for me. I was like, this guy should have been here forever. He should have won more titles and whatnot. So I didn't really watch last year, but this year, after what happened, or Diogo, rest in peace. A lot of the guys that are still around, I was like, let me come back and just kind of enjoy whatever time we got left with the players that I kind of been watching for all these years. And now when I think about it, I'm like, why did he have to leave? I know for personal reasons, but why did he have to leave when all the players we're bringing in are Klopp type players? Why is it that now that they wanted to spend the money on players that Klopp would have benefited from? Like I didn't want Frimpong, but that's a Klopp player. Kirkez, I mean, he was all right at Bournemouth, but that's a Klopp type player. Isak, Ekatike, these are guys that Klopp would work with, and we would be a lot better than we are now. And instead, this guy Slot, who's like, oh yeah, I didn't really change much from Klopp's thing, or I didn't do, I'm using his team. All right, so why is it now that you're changing stuff around? Why is it now that you're trying to fit, square pegs and round holes? Why is it that we can't have our wingbacks flying forward like Klopp used to have? Instead, he wants to build up with Kirkes. Why is it that we've got our midfielders building up from the goal line? Why is it that we've got the tactics are there to play how Klopp wanted to play, and this guy was willing to give Klopp credit before, but now he wants to do his own thing. So it doesn't make sense to me. Like, yeah, the previous caller, I understand what he meant when he said we bought players we didn't need, but if the guy was humble enough to be like, you know what, I don't have to change as much as from what Klopp did, then we could still succeed. So to me, it's bizarre. It's like FSG didn't want to give Klopp money, but they gave this guy money, and now they don't want to they don't want to play with the players that we got to play the way that it should be played. And I know I'm running out of time here, so I'm gonna let y'all go. But it doesn't make sense to me at all. It really does not make sense why we literally, it's like he's playing out of spite. Now he's like doing this out of spite. Is this like spiting Klopp to be like, nah, we're not gonna play that way anymore, even though I got his players. But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go.
Big up, man. Do you
Big up,
know
man.
what we've tried to say this for time, about the players that we brought in, and why are we not playing the way we should just play with the players? Like every one of the players in there, you got wing backs that you should just give freedom to just go and attack. You got 10 that come from a system where he's got another 10 there with a double pivot. Play free at the back because we got centre backs and you can play it. We got a striker, but we don't want to use him. We don't want to play to him.
Before January, February, we've been
Yeah.
behind Man City.
Yeah.
I didn't like the football in it. I didn't enjoy it, but there was enjoyable moments, and we were winning all the time, and we weren't conceding as many goals. This geezer said it. Seemed like the other teams found out what we was doing and that. So you change your whole fucking system because of that? How does that make sense, bro?
I don't know.
And now he changes his whole system in games. He went from changing it after a few games to in game. He changed. I said this in the Galatasaray game, bro. I've never
Big
seen
up Ace, by the way. Good call.
I've never seen a manager change the team 4 times in 20 minutes, bro. I've never seen it, bro. Bare different tactics. How? Of course, the players are confused because you can't talk to all of them. They're on the pitch. You can only get the message across to like one guy. Outrageous behavior, man. Like,
I don't.
I just have to admit, I could be wrong in the future, and I hope I am. Honestly, bro, I don't. I told you that I didn't like Slot in the first place, bro. I told man from the beginning I don't like him. It's fine. I don't have to like him because I'm a Liverpool fan, bro. So it's cool, bro. But it might just. I think I have a point, bro, and I could be wrong, bro. I just think he just done what he did in the first season. Didn't have to change too much. All he done was slow down what Klopp was speeding up, bro. We won the league the season before. We finished 3rd, bro. And the last call was right. Apart from the fact that yeah, we should have defended better. Arsenal that weren't that great, but going in towards the last 10 games, and they just let Man City creep back in. So he might just be a bum, bruv. He might just be a gremlin. He's a mutant, bruv. It's all right, man. Sometimes things make a great album and get a Grammy, bruv, and you never hear a good album again. It's fine. You've seen it. It's fine. You ever seen an actor go and make one great movie and you never seen him again, bro? It happens, bro.
One hit wonder.
One hit wonder, bro.
No, Pops. You call him Mr. Luck. What's up with the luck? Is it broken? Was it even a luck?
On luck, bro.
No, was it even a luck? Was it even a luck?
Listen.
Is it a bad translation? What is it? Sometimes people mistranslate stuff, you know.
I struggling. Now, my 10 was 10 league games. My 10 is 10 league games. So, like Savage, I ain't quite back in, but Jesus. The man pushing me really, really close to the edge at this point in time. Because I said, all right. Let me take a step back. Let me look at the 11. I think I understand what you're trying to do. Let me go back to last season and let me add the striker because I had to add a striker. All right, cool. Kirkez is the left back. Yep. Everything else, that's what you see. Mama in because Ali hurt. All right. So we gone back to Dom in the pressing 10. So we back in the 4-2-4, which is shit for me. But anyhow, that's what you decide. All right. 15 minutes, I say. Yeah, feeling a little vibe and thing. A little thing going on. Then you say to yourself, what the man drink poison or something? How 15 minutes is all we got? 1-5. 15 minutes. How is it possible that you watch that and they make a sub at halftime, bar moving a midfielder who was your 10 to right back, which I got a significant problem with because you got right back on the bench. I say, all right, again, I can live with it for a minute. At halftime, sorry, no, I lied. 5 minutes into the half, I said, everybody up. All the subs. Go on warm. Everybody. Even the keeper. Go on warm. Because anybody right now could come off. So go on warm up. When Salah missed, I say you got 10 minutes, my man. You got 10 minutes to do something. And in 10 minutes, if you don't do 55 minutes, you and McAllister hold hands and go off together. I don't care who the two that was coming on. The two of them needed to go because he was next to Gravenberch. We talk about a double pivot. I don't see it. It's invisible. It's 4, it's 2, and it's 4. And the 2 disappear into ones too often. You cannot play football with one man in the middle of the park against everybody else's midfield. And they have a good midfield, whether we like it or not. Because when Lavia came on, I said, oh my God, the two of these is the players that we wanted. And look at them pointing at the badge and they're showing off. They did the most. And you know what? McAllister got 85 minutes. How you could watch McAllister, Gakpo, and Salah for 85 and 90 minutes or whatever each and say you're good with them playing is beyond me.
Unlike
beyond
Chelsea,
me.
We don't move in it. We don't move when we pass the ball. There's no movement.
And we can't pass now either. We can't.
There was a part in the game, bro, when me and Enz was watching and Curtis has got the ball and McAllister's like, give me the ball, but he's just standing still. Like he's not doing anything. He's just standing still. Yeah. And Curtis is going to him. Yeah, move. Yeah. Move. He said, let me just give it to Gakpo. I ain't trying to mess with you right now, blood. Just static football, bro. And then we do that thing where it looks like we're about to progress, and somebody always passes it backwards. It doesn't matter what. It's like,
Salah gets one on the right.
Go backwards.
There's nobody within 5 yards. He gets it. You see, yeah, they got to see a blue coming towards you. Somebody got to be free. Cool. Yeah, the free man is right back. What? And Verge with the arm in the air. Yeah, let me do it again.
Let me bring in the last couple, man, and then we'll chop it up, lads.
Sorry. No. Yeah, I apologize still. I thought Pops was
No. Pops is a part of the panel now, bro. Pops is here, bro. He's a part of the panel. Let's get Joshua in, then Gravenbusquets, then Mike to finish, and then that's it, and we're done. You got Joshua, my guy.
Well, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, bro. Your face looks so serious, bro. At least smile, my guy. You look like, you know, there's a guy I watch on Instagram.
Like Idris in character, you know, man's locked in.
Nah, you guys see, there's a guy on Insta. What's his name, bro? But he does this like, speak to God or speak to himself, bro. That's what you look like just then, bro. That's where he goes into that deep mind.
Listen, what can we be happy about with that performance, man? From start to finish. But look, Slot has got his decisions wrong tactically. His selection wrong from the start. It's wrong, right? If Isak is playing, Wirtz has to play, because we need to link up with them with them too. If you play the midfield that you're playing today, you have to play Ekitike, because Ekitike drops back and he allows, because listen, Szoboszlai, he's not a creative 10. He's a hard-working pressing 10. So Ekitike drops back and he creates things. If you are playing the midfield that you're playing, you cannot play Isak up top. The thing is, the whole selection has been wrong from the start. There's a reason why managers, when new players come to this league, they let them sit on the bench and watch. You don't just throw all your new toys in. If the thing's not broke, don't fix it. Last year, we knew Slot's team. He had 14, 16 players that he played, and we knew his team. This year, he doesn't know what his team is. He doesn't know who to play. He doesn't know who's his right selections, who should play where, and it's showing. You cannot have your best midfielder or somebody who's had one of the biggest impacts, Szoboszlai, and drop him into right back. The reason why he's dropping him into right back, though, is because we're trying to replicate what Trent brought up to us, right? You saw in the 80th minute, Reece James made that switch out to
clean,
and then getting the shot off on target. That's what Trent used to do. Right now, we do not have any sort of build-up play. We don't have it. And then obviously, yes, he brought off Konate because he had the injury. But another reason why I think he brought off Konate is because teams we're playing differently. Tactically, we're set up very differently right now. So teams are allowing Konate to have the ball, but Konate doesn't play that pass. They're not allowing Verge to have the ball, so they're cutting off the passing lanes to Verge so he can't have the ball. They're allowing Konate to have the ball and just mess up. So he needs that ball playing centre back. There's a reason why we wanted to go for Gehi. There's a reason why we wanted that. Because right now we do not have any sort of build-up play. We don't have it. People have been saying earlier on that we needed a 6. And it's not that we need a 6, because you have somebody in Gravenberch last year who was one of the best 6 on the planet. But what you've allowed Gravenberch to do is have the license to go and play. The reason why Chelsea scored that first goal is because Gravenberch is not in his position. You don't take a man who's been one of the best 6s and allow him to go and have license to go outfield. If Gravenberch is in the position, he cuts out that the first goal that Caicedo does. Selection has been poor. Selection has been poor from start to finish. And to be honest with you, it's going to take a while for us to figure this out. But this is on Slot. It's on Slot. It's on Slot. It's on him. I don't want to take up too much time, but
nah, Josh, stay where you are, man. I'm gonna get Gravers in because it's the last one, so you might as well chill.
Okay.
Yo, man, them.
Big up, brother. You're back again with the. All right.
Back again, bro.
Tired of this hat, bro. I hear it, man. Keep the hair
Yo,
clean.
before you start, where you from? Where you calling from?
I'm from Lancashire and Blackburn, bro. I'm like an hour away from Liverpool. I'm not that far away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But hey, if I say, this manager, man, the same things I said last week happened this week on a bigger scale. Because, bro, why am I looking up at my TV screen? Man, I was battling my Wi-Fi today for the first 15 minutes of the game. I couldn't even see the start of the game. I hop back on. I look up. Chelsea have got the ball. There's gaps everywhere in our midfield. Why are my midfielders being dragged out of place? And all it took was one long ball through the middle, and Chelsea spraying it out wide. They'll have first half it was Garnacho, second half it was Gittins. Every single time, it didn't matter which right back was on that right hand side or left hand side. Every single time Chelsea had a 2v1. And you know what they did? They played it across, gave it to whoever was overlapping, whether it was Cucurella, whether it was Enzo. They'd play it across, and we got lucky because they didn't have a player there. But 95th minute, we didn't get lucky because Esteval was their back post. It happened all game, repetitively. And then come to the selection, well, we have Isak, like you said, Joshua, he needs Wirtz. He needs to be able to link up with Wirtz. And I think Curtis Jones, whether you like Curtis Jones or whether you don't like Curtis Jones, he has been one of our most informed midfielders this season. Curtis Jones, for me, is the most ideal kind of away game big player because he's a crowd. He nullifies crowds with the way he plays. He keeps things ticking. When Jones and Wirtz came on, we looked instantly better. Do you know why? Because Curtis Jones kept the ball and we was able to retain the ball a bit better. But Slot's in-game management, whenever we concede or whenever we're 1-1 down, Slot's in-game management is just to go, oh, forget the defence, chuck on every single attacker, get all the midfielders up the pitch and try and score, forgetting that the other team also has attackers who can go down the other end and score.
He's trying to rectify his mistakes.
It's foolish behaviour. Like, the only reason we've got away with a lot this season is because I feel like the player that we have in like players like Ekitike, I don't think Ekitike is the type of guy who will just listen to the manager. Ekitike just does his own thing whenever he wants.
Yeah.
He trusts himself to not listen to the manager and just play how he wants to play. But the defensive structure once again is poor because there's just gaps everywhere. Literally, all you just have to do is just be a bit more compact. We don't always have to press because clearly we're having pressing issues. So just stop pressing. Just sit back. Chelsea can't break down a low block. We've seen that multiple times. Even with their best players, they can't break down a low block. So just sit back. We're not even playing to our own strengths right now. So how are we meant to succeed if we're not playing to our strengths? And Salah needs to be benched as well. That's another thing. Salah needs to be benched.
Sold.
I don't want to see Salah starting again until he has back-to-back good performances off the bench.
No, it needs to be sold, not benched.
Sold, Ross.
Yeah. Nah, bro, and that's the only way we can move forward as a team, bro. But big up, Gravenbusquets,
Big up, man.
bro. Big up, brother.
Big up, man.
Big up, man.
Yeah, that's the only way we can move
I don't
forward
agree,
as a
Ends.
team.
No,
I
don't
know
agree.
you're not going to. Nah, he needs to go.
But you are the man in charge. You are the man in charge, not him. Because give me a minute, right? The shit hits the fan. Who everybody's pointing to, not the man on the right wing that's camped out getting 400 a week. The man looking at you and saying your boy head fraud, use Ten Hag and all that, piss off back to Holland. So you could sit there and say, all right, yeah, Salah was my guy last year, so I riding with him. All right, well, ride with him then. Ride with him and see then, because it ain't working now. But you know what? You're a liar because you said to me last season, Chiesa was Salah's backup. That's what you said, not me, him, his words. He counted the 6 and he said, Salah, Chiesa. Okay, we'll put Chiesa on the pitch.
Now, he did say that because me and N spoke about it.
He said it last season.
He said if Chiesa was fit, then I wouldn't have to play Salah all the time. He said that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So you dropped Rio today. Rio was not on the bench. People were saying Rio's not on the bench. Chiesa's on the bench. So if Chiesa is the backup to the guy, the king, the man who won it for you last season, yeah, you're going through a rough time. Maybe it's personal. Maybe it's to do with Jota. Maybe it's something else. But you are the man that made the decisions, not him. Help him. Come off the pitch. Come. Today ain't for you. Ain't working. Start on the bench. Wherever it is, put Chiesa on the pitch. I don't want to hear it. He waffling a lot of shit and it annoys me, which is why I don't listen to the press conferences. Right after the game, he come on talking about Galatasaray and Palace. I sent a message to you, Savage, and said, don't listen to the man.
Yeah,
why the hell today? We at Stamford Bridge. Why are we talking about Palace?
I've heard him speak about Galatasaray and Palace.
Galatasaray,
I've heard him speak
a referee
about it 4 times.
blowing the whistle before the time run out. When it run out, balls off the pitch, on the pitch. You're waffling, my guy.
Nah, the deepest acceptance is that what we have to know is, and I said this before, when they was trying to get Virgil and Salah and Trent to sign the contract, said I don't care about Salah's contract. It's not about me not liking Salah, bro. This team will never evolve with Salah in the team, bro. It can stay the same. We can win something here or there. It will never evolve, bro. How can everything be catered to the right side of the pitch to one guy, bro? It doesn't make sense. It won't happen, bro. It will not happen, bro. So just carry on watching the dead football. Because you were going to expect him to play like a regular winger, bro. Them days of Salah playing like a regular winger is gone. I don't know how many times I keep mentioning it, bro. All the players we grew up on, all the ones from 10 years ago, all the ones who were wingers, at some point in their career, bro, they have to adapt to a new position.
Move
they
somewhere
always adapt.
else.
Most
Do
of them end up
something
up front.
else.
Most of them end up up front, bro, because wingers is a young man's game, bro. It just is. It's always been that. As soon as you find out your legs, you can't take on a man anymore. It's done, bro.
Done.
It's done. Now you have to adapt, bro. Ronaldo saw that early, and now when these kids who grow up now, they only think that Ronaldo's a striker, bro. They don't even remember that he was a winger, bro. You think
One of
Messi
the
didn't move?
coldest as well.
Messi moved. You didn't notice because he's so cold. Messi moved, bro.
Yeah, he's more in a 10 now type of vibe.
The thing that Salah does is what Messi was doing for time. I was watching Messi doing it for time, bro. Just Messi just walking around, looking at his kneecap, looking at his kneecap, doing nothing, bro. Springing into life at certain points. They moved him closer inside. Like, yeah, you can't cut down the wing anymore.
Yeah, he was in the half space. Right,
started cooking as well. Because then
Salah is not going to tell a gaffer, "I'm not playing well. Don't play me." So how am I going to blame Salah for that? Of course, he wants to stay.
True. You're right. You're right.
Every player thinks he can play through it. That's why every player thinks, it'll be the next one. Give me 10 more minutes and help him help himself.
Let me ask Josh a question, yeah? Because how the hell do you realize who needs to play with who, bro? Because the reason why I'm asking you, because the manager don't know. So I need to know how you figure that out. How you figure out the combinations that's working, can work, and should work. How did you get to that, bro? Because I didn't know Isak needed words. Wirtz and Ekatike don't work. I know Wirtz and McAllister don't work, but you seem to know more about the combinations that don't work than I do. And the manager don't know any of this. So I need to know what you're tapped into to see these things, because I couldn't tell you what Wirtz needed.
It's because Maka, he likes to play in that 10 role, right? Like you can see, yes, he can do that dogged work in the double pivot, but his natural inclination is trying to get forward. And he likes it, but also Maka, he could play that nice final pass, right? And he's the one who can link up. However, what Maka's doing right now, of course, he's out of form. He's been playing terrible for a while, right? He's been playing terrible, and Slot said it. They gave him extra time off at the end of last season. He came back, and they didn't know how and why he's not up to fitness, because they've given him a lot of time off. But they like to play that similar thing. And they like to occupy that similar spaces. So you can't play both of them at the same time, unfortunately. And on top of that, with the way that you're now allowing Gravenberch to come off the leash, yeah, you're leaving so many spaces in that pivot role. The only good thing I lie. The good thing that Szoboszlai does in that pivot role is that he gives us the legs. Yeah. But when you have Maka, who's completely out of form, who's running like he's stuck in treacle, and he's pushing forward, and you're allowing Gravenberch to push forward as well, it's the reason why you think, how comes teams just have one pass through our midfield and they're on top of our defense? How is that? How is that so? So again, the question is, no, we don't need a DM because you have Gravenberch there, but tactically you need to say, Gravenberch, sit, because that's what he said at the start of last season. He allowed Gravenberch and McAllister to sit, and then Szoboszlai was doing all the dirty dogged running around. So it's how do you want to play these? How do you want to play these guys?
So you're basically saying there's 11 different instructions that don't.
There's too many different instructions. The whole team doesn't know what they're doing right now.
It's a contradiction, isn't it? It's a contradiction. The other day he said Gravenberch needs to score more. How the hell is Six supposed to score more?
It changes too much, man.
Wait, Pops. Wait. I'm slow. Gravenberch needs to score more, but you're grabbing him from midfield to putting him in the center back position.
Bro, the way the game started today, when me and Enzo speaking in the watch along, we were gassing it because we were like, we just said this in the preview, bro. The beginning of last season, bro, and I was just saying to the end that Arsenal do the same thing. That's what Calafiori is doing. Zubimendi, he drops between Saliba and Gabriel now. So Gabriel almost looks like a left back. Saliba looks like a right back. We started this game, Grav dropped straight between Kanate and Virgil. Boom, we're back. Let's run this. Yeah. We're back, bro. Brother. They scored the one goal. They scored the one goal. Changed the whole thing, bro.
No, he changed it before they scored. That's why they scored.
And the problem is at Galatasaray the same thing happened, bro. As soon as a goal goes in, they change the whole team, bro. Change everything, bro. There's not a need to, bro. Galatasaray's goal was a penalty, bro. It wasn't something you did wrong. It was just a flailing arm. Nothing needed to change, bro. This goal was a
Savage.
screamer, bro. It was a screamer, bro. Yes, you gave him too much space, bro. But you don't need to
But it
change
came
it.
from what Josh was saying, though. What Josh, because I'm gonna be honest, when the game started, I was like,
Mike, I'll bring you
clapping.
in a sec.
I was clapping, I was cheering on certain things, and you're right, Savage. Gravenberch was staying in the pocket, but in the moment they scored, for some reason, the leash came off Gravenberch. It's almost like he said, Gravenberch, you sat in there for 5 minutes, go get him.
You know what's happening before that happened? Which the other midfielders swapped with him, bro, which is fine.
Yeah.
In that moment, they didn't, because I remember Mac is stepping in to try and get to Caicedo. Gravenberch's on the left side of Mac, jogging. In the camera, Szoboszlai is running back, bro, jogging. So they can't get in that position, bro. It's screwed already. And then Virgil's just backing up like someone's got a gun, bro. They ain't got a gun, Virgil. It's a football, bro.
Madness.
You don't know. The closer a player gets the goal, bro, the more the goal opens up for them to get the shot away, bro.
You know, you don't need to block the shot. You just need to put man off, bro. Bro, watch Caicedo's first touch, innit? Puts it in front of himself. He looks. Oh, I'm having another touch. Oh,
exactly.
I'm rotting it, bro.
If Verge makes that step, he doesn't have a yet a touch. He doesn't have that second touch.
Bro, these things are ingrained. You remember when we played Inter Milan before we smoked them? And Lautaro Martinez was in the same position. And then Virgil was like, I dare you, bro. And he's like, okay, I dare you. Ross in the top bins, bro. You're going to give me the space, I might as well try. Dart, bro.
Get Mike in, get Mike take.
Yeah,
Big up, Mike.
Big up,
Yo, big up,
Mike.
boys.
Yeah.
Hope all is well. I'm gonna try to keep it as short as possible because I am in a hotel room, and I don't want to be too loud. Listen, positives. Isak, great assist. Thank you for doing something. Verts, thank you for being the only midfielder who wants to move at all. And Mamadashvili, thank you for keeping this just a 2-1. Thank you for your saves. Thank you for your effort. Thank you for being you. Outside of that, I think right now the status of the team it's much like a disease. You wanna identify and address it early before waiting too late, and it's already spread all over. Unfortunately, I think it's already spread all over because to me, when you look at the way that we've tried to play for 4 straight games now, we have done the same exact thing, right? Regardless of how we started the game off, we reverted to type, and the substitutions today made absolutely no sense. Those were more diabolical than going down 2-1. Bringing on Endo at that moment is more diabolical than conceding the goal in the 93rd minute because the man offered absolutely nothing. When you had Chiesa on the bench and Mohamed Salah doing his best to just earn a paycheck without doing anything. To me right now, before this game, I said on every stream I went on, the way that he approaches this game, regardless of result, is going to be how I determine how this season is going to go. He did exactly what I thought that he would do, which is change absolutely nothing. I texted Enz. I said, "What is this lineup?" I said, "What is Connor Bradley doing? Why is he in the team? Why is McAllister playing? Why is Salah playing? It doesn't make any sense." And then you bring on Verts to start the second half, and all of a sudden, it looks like the team actually wants to attack. And the only positive out of this team was our transition play. And today we were so diabolically terrible against the team that doesn't have center backs. I talk to Chelsea fans every day. They don't have a single healthy center back. They're not confident in their back line. Every week, they're either giving up a red card or they're losing a duel and they're giving up a goal. But we didn't even get into the opportunities to do that because this team can't build up. And Sav said it before, and I've said it every time I come on here. Stop watching the ball and watch everyone who doesn't have it, and you'll see Liverpool Football Club. A bunch of dudes who walk around, dragging ass, doing absolutely nothing to affect the game. To me, right now, I agree with that guy who came on and said our out-of-possession structure is terrible because I 100% agree. But it's it looks terrible because our possession looks terrible. Then we give up the ball, and all of a sudden we're caught out because we've got 7 men upfield. We're playing slow, lethargic football, and the other team actually wants to attack us. All it takes is one long ball in behind Alejandro Garnacho, who's the worst player on the planet, and Chelsea look dangerous for 90 minutes. To me, Slot has to hold a lot of smoke because he's not making changes. He's not dropping players. He's not giving any sort of effort, and I'm losing faith rapidly quick. So, you either need to show me, like, if we had done something. The last thing I'll say is if we had done something different today and we had lost like that, my mind would be much different. But because I've seen this same story for 4 straight games, I can't have faith because I know that United is going to be the same story and we're all going to be sitting here raging once more. But anyway, big up to you guys. Sorry for the
Big
little
up,
rant.
man.
Big up to Barry, big up Savage, big up Pops.
Big up, Mike.
Big up
Big
Josh.
up.
One thing I will say, and I know Busquets brought up as well. You see the final goal. If you watch, anyone who's seen the watching of me and ends, they played that same overlap and pass 4 times before that, bro. And one of them, Gravenbergs, got his toe to it, nearly scored an own goal. I just need to know how, as a human, forget being a footballer, how do you see a mistake? Go, oh, we got away with that one there, yeah. How do you need to crash your car with your seatbelt off? And then you see the next red light, I'm gonna drive through that with my seatbelt off, bro. Like, put it on, and what you have to keep doing the same thing. And the person who's at right back, ain't a right back, bro. So I'm watching his body position, the way he's standing the person up. It's not Szoboszlai's fault, bro. But the way he keeps standing up the guy, I'm like, bro, he's standing you up and he's waiting for the man to make an overlap, and he's doing it every single time, bro. Every single time.
Girl math. It's called girl math, by the way.
Then Gittins does this, the ball of Reece James, Gittins cut in, shoot. The other side, Esteban cut in, shoot. So you don't want to stop it now. You just want to watch him do the same thing over and over again. Who sees that and then goes, let's just keep doing it? And then we're getting towards the end of the game. You want everyone at the top of the pitch, is what you did against Bournemouth as well. We lost the ball. Semenyo scored, bro.
Because it's foolishness, right? You look at it in the way that bringing on Endo, he wanted to see out the game, get a point. If you bring on a man to see out the game and get a point, how are you not getting a point? It don't make no sense.
You know how mad it was, Joshua? That was the point where I was like, nah, I don't even rate him like that now. That was the point. I was like, I'd rather lose that game because I know that you got a winning mentality. You just wanted to stem the flow and go, nah, I'm going to... When Chiesa is on the bench waiting when it's space to do something
Question.
We go, nah. The reason why we brought on Florian Wirtz and we brought on Ekitike, nah. Let's nullify that. Let's make sure we don't go and concede a goal.
I was going to ask you that point, because his first subs was to win the game. Then his last sub is to see it out. All right, so if you're going to see it out, that means you see that attacking mindset you had when you bring on your attackers. You have to scrap that now and tell them attackers to support Hendo in seeing out the game. Man just dash Hendo on with the same attacking instructions.
Yep. Yeah.
What is Hendo supposed to do with that?
That's what he did. The personnel.
But what is Endo supposed to do with that? Your first set of subs was to win the game. Your last one is to see it out. Then you have to cancel the first instruction. Endo is supposed to come and see out the game while you have attackers on the pitch trying to win.
I didn't even know what Endo did when he came on.
He didn't do nothing because the man that came on.
I want to show you guys something real quick,
What would have made sense is if Endo went to centre back.
Let me show you something real quick, guys.
Back in the middle of the park, innit?
Exactly.
Starting right back in all competition.
Jesus.
Bring Pong twice. Then we was like, nah. Injury. So, let's get Sobo in. Sobo in for free. Bring Pong back in. Then Bradley. Then Fring Pong. Then Bradley. Then Sobo. Then Bradley. And if my maths is correct, Szoboszlai's played at right back more than a right back has played at right back.
And we have 2 right back. Make that make sense.
To be fair, though, context is that sometimes in some of them games, Bradley and Frimpong were injured, innit? Context.
The first time was emergency,
No, the first 2 games was injury. The other ones ain't.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure Newcastle, one of the 2 was injured, and I think
Newcastle, Arsenal, those two.
Yeah, Newcastle, Other than that, no.
Bradley's on the bench, he was coming back. So I get it for context. You have to
both were coming back.
Yeah.
No,
so
let me tell you why, Joshua, that I'm not gonna have that, because in the Burnley one, both were fit, right? And he went, no, I'm gonna stick with my man there. We're gonna just run what we was running. We got 2 clean sheet. No, we got the 1 clean sheet off the Arsenal. Was like, scored his free kick. Know what we're gonna do? Let's just run it again. I think we moved him in there, to be fair, because I can't even remember if he even started in there. He must have, because if they're saying that's starting, so he must have just started it. This is Burnley, and the 2 of them are coming back. You're telling me if they both came back, can we not just go 45-45?
Playing Szoboszlai at right back against Burnley is hilarious, bro.
Yeah,
45.
Diabolical.
We had the ball all game, and he still played him.
He knows he wants to get Szoboszlai, Grav, and Mac and Wirtz on the pitch at the same time. He knows he can't drop Szoboszlai because how important he is, his engine. He can't drop Maka because he loves him and Maka is the brains of the team. The thing is, it's because he's making cowardly decisions right now. He's not. Maka, if Maka is out of form, which he is, drop him.
Yeah, Maka and Wirtz can't play together.
Play Szoboszlai. Because, as I said, they can't. Wirtz and them, they can't play together. Obviously, you need Wirtz because taking Trent out of the team, we don't have that creativity. So you need Wirtz to come in and provide that creativity because that's what he does. And I know that he's been stinky, and at some points he has been playing them passes, but he needs to obviously figure it out. But you need that. So it's Slot's cowardly decisions right now. You need to drop Maka. Just drop him. Drop him.
Bro, it's dark, man. The fact that Sky Sports even made that graphic tells you how bad it is, bro. Because they made it a talking point. Cav, I mean, Ends, bring up Cavs, because I saw this from Kukurea just, bro, but it was winding me up that he was right. Kukurea literally said this word for word, bar for bar, bro. That's what he said. Cav's not lying. That's what he said. But he said it with a smile on his face, by the way. They know Salah don't defend, so we target that space. And what did I just say about Szoboszlai and that same move they kept doing? The reason why the guys are allowed to overlap, because there's no help, bro.
Nah, but when we analyze it, it's an agenda, bro.
Bro, I'm watching Neto track my fullback all the way down.
Estavio did the same thing and then dribbled out and then played a 1-2.
You wanna know how bad it is?
Same thing.
You wanna know how bad it is? Ends, where did you say Ekatike was when he came on? You said, why is my striker? He was in the. He was at the corner.
Bro, he made a tackle at left back, bro.
He was at the corner flag.
Caicedo.
He was at the corner flag getting the ball off Caicedo, bro. The corner flag, bro.
You know why he did that? You know why he did that? The earlier caller said it. What we need in this team is individual brilliance to keep going, and that's what we win the first 5 games with, individual brilliance. It wasn't tactics. It wasn't set up. It wasn't shape. And the reason why I tell people we don't need Isak. Isak isn't the type of striker that's going to look to the manager who's telling him to do whatever and go bun that. But you see, you go and Nunes, because Nunes does it as well. Nunes, I tell man, yo, let's take Nunes out to 9 and drop him in DM. Because you need a man like that in the middle of your field to go, yo, bro, your tactics ain't working, so I'm going to secure this. You see when we talk about the midfield swapping and they cut us out with one pass, you need a guy in there to go, bro, I know you want us to swap, but I can't move right now because if I move, I'm going to set up the back 4. So you need man in the team that's going to do that. Say, manager, I hear what you're saying, but that's not working. Watch me and let this work. Because then the manager is going to wake up and go, rah. Because Klopp didn't tell Trent to do those wrong passes. I watch Klopp screaming at Trent for doing them. And what Trent do? Keeps doing them. Because it works. And then what does Klopp do? Build a team around it. He built, bro, that's what you have to do. And then you're going to say, yo, the player's brilliant for it. But no, I've never heard a man go, the player's brilliant because the manager tell him to do something and he does it. We've always praised brilliant players for just doing their thing. We don't praise Messi because the manager go, yo, Messi, walk on the pitch, and then when you're ready, attack. The manager didn't tell Messi that.
Yeah, but what the manager can do is give the man the license to do what he needs to do. Because if all of us here on the panel were managers, bro, and I say you're allowed to give one person on your team the license to do what he needs to do, but he doesn't have to track back. Most men are gonna pick the striker, bro. Because everyone else is needed, bro.
Yeah, everyone else is needed.
Well, bro, Haaland tracks back because he chooses to, not because he has to. Because he chooses to.
Go. Yeah, same thing where you go.
But our team, it's Salah, bro, and it's the right. It's not even his fault, bro. Like it's the right wing, bro, and they've got 5 at the back.
You can't play like that. Because you know that the attack is going to come from the additional player on our left side.
Yeah, outnumbered.
Right, that
he doesn't have to track back.
And you're playing two in the middle part too, Saf.
I'm playing inverted. So
you only got 2 midfielders. So if you're not if Salah ain't tracking back, you got a big gap already, and you only got 2 midfielders. So one of them supposed to go over to the right, which means
Salah,
he made the depart again.
He was more narrow in this game in the first half year. So Salah's more narrow, almost as a flipping striker, and Bradley's inverted or in midfield, and the right back's not a right back. Then you're telling me that Szoboszlai's got to go against Chelsea's whole left-hand side, bro, on his own. Which is
it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world that Salah don't track back. It's not the end of the world, right? Because at the end of the day, that's the reason why we got such major production out of him last year. That's why he got so many goals.
Last year, though, Josh.
Yeah, one second. Because he was in the positions and he was able to do that. But so it's not the end of the world. But the reason why he was able to do that is because we had Szoboszlai as that 10 who was able to do that dog work almost like Henderson did, doing the dog work, covering him, making sure that he even covered Trent as well, which obviously Konate was doing as well. Konate's bang out of form. You're playing Szoboszlai in that right back, so we can't cover all of the work that he did last year for Salah's production. So you're messing up in that sense. Honestly, I believe we need
keep
to
going, Josh. You said so. Keep going. You just said you moved Dom to right back, and Ibu's out of form. So there has to be something else that you have to do then, right?
It's going to have to be a formation change or a tactical change or a personnel change, because as I said, if it's not the end of the world that he doesn't track back, because at the end of the day, some of the best attackers, i.e. Messi and Mbappe, you heard a lot of the great coaches, they say that they allow them great players to just do the great stuff at the top of the pitch, and we'll do the work for you at the back. And if Salah's going to do that, then obviously you need him to do the great stuff that he was doing last year. So it's not the end of the world.
Josh, I'd be with you until we went and spent all that money on 2 strikers.
Yeah,
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, because that's what happened last season. Fine, brother. You obviously brought the 2 strikers to play different than it. Now we're not going to build around Salah.
Ekitike plays as the false 9. He doesn't play. He's all over the place. It's Isak who obviously plays different. We are not used to a player like Isak. We haven't had a number 9 like that for. When's the last number 9 that we've had that?
No, I'm with you, bro. That's why in the transfer window, bro, all of us would want Isak, of course, bro. It's cold, but when I said just go spend less money on Mateta, then, bro, because I knew they were going to play like this, bro. It's the most.
We're gonna have to change. We're gonna have to change it tactically.
Bro, the British record to put one of them on the bench and not pass the ball to the other one. The game before, the one who broke the British record had 4 touches of the ball, bro.
Yeah,
4 touches.
Yeah. But it's not about touches for a number 9. Again, in midweek, Haaland had 7 or 8 touches, and against Monaco, and he scored 2 goals. For a number 9, they don't need touches. It's more about
Josh, I'm not going to lie to you. The only reason why Haaland got that limited touch was because they know at the end of the day, we're building and we're going to go and create for him. The reason why it's not good for us is because we're not building to create for the striker. Then you could go, do you know what? 4 touches ain't an issue. Because I know we're building. You stay, don't worry. You stay. We're going to build and we're going to make sure you get
4 touches could be 2 goals.
4 touches
building towards the striker.
He's on the left wing.
But we're not building for our striker. Man City's building for Haaland. They go, Haaland, you stay, hold it when we need to. We're going to build it and then get into here. And we're going to give it. So for him, I can't argue with that.
He did it against West Ham in his first season, 11 touches of the ball. He scored a hat-trick. Because
they build up for him. We don't do that.
Said about just squaring the ball across the box, bro. How we just don't, there's no little tap-ins for no one, bro.
Here's the thing, though.
Prime example today, Gakpo should have had a tap-in, but Salah decided to cut inside and not square it across when Verts opened the game up. Sorry, Zabir, go ahead, bro.
No, what I was trying to say to Josh's point, and every point was valid, by the way, in its own little, I guess I'll call it setup, yeah? Because that's what Josh is talking to, the setup. And we're still talking on the setup, but we're just saying the same thing with setup in mind. If Salah is free, and the one man that was covering him high up the pitch, which was Szoboszlai in the 10, is now at right back. The man that used to cover right back is Ibu. So the 2 covering men are now next to each other, and Salah is free up on the right side. There's nothing in the middle now. There's nothing in the middle. That's why one pass can cut us through. So Salah being free, to Josh's point, isn't necessarily the end of the world. What is the end of the world is the 2 covering men are standing next to each other, and then Salah is all the way up here in the pitch. There's nothing in the middle. So with Ekitike, sometime he'll drop in there. That's why Ekitike look a little different from Isak. When you put Isak up the pitch, now you just got 2 men standing behind and up front. There's nothing in the middle. So if you have Isak standing next to Salah, who's going to be in the middle to bridge that gap? There's no one in there, which comes back to Pop's points with the 2 midfielders. Now, those 2 midfielders, one of them is going to have to try to bridge the gap. That's Gravenberch. McAllister isn't a lone 6. So then it's not necessarily the end of the world with Salah being up there. It's the end of the world because the setup is wrong for that to work. Yeah. And that's basically what Josh is talking to. The setup is wrong if you're going to leave a certain amount up there, because you have to facilitate that. Savage is right, because if that's how you want to play, don't buy 2 strikers then. don't spend the big money there. Spend the big money in a guy that can cover that middle of the park. And that's why fans are screaming for DM, because at least the DM will just stay where he is, which allow Gravenberch to now be that right
You
side
say
of
that,
the game.
Zibiri, but Gaffer might go, you know what? You
Go
have the
score.
license as well.
Yeah,
You go.
No,
that's
but,
what
but
Gaffer might do.
But
He
that's
might
what
choose.
Josh is talking about. He's talking about taking chains off the wrong people. And
Yes,
we're
wrong.
talking about giving the freedom to the wrong people.
Man City got Haaland and changed the whole way they play, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because they could bank on
Who
the
said
fact
the
that
manager was being a coward? Whoever said that is right.
Let me change the let me change the layout, guys, because I want to get
Big up to
1 second. There we go.
They got 12.
Wait, 12, before you go, no disrespect, 12. You have the tendency to see things that I don't see. And I don't know if this is the moment to shed too much light on that still. But how you feeling, 12?
How
You're
you
good.
start the conversation with Wolf on no disrespect, bro?
Because I just wanted to throw it in there still. I'm
Everyone
fucking
knows
with
if you say
Tom. Now I'm fucking with Tom. Now I'm fucking with him.
Like he was about to be
no disrespect.
disrespectful.
You're about to proceed with disrespect, bro. But all right. We got 12.
Big up Tom.
Big up to the panel, by the way. Great panels you have assembled here, by the way. Great panel.
Big up,
but
man.
I also isn't this what people wanted though? I know that people wanted Lucho out because Lucho can't deliver this.
You see what I'm talking about? No, you see what I'm talking about?
This is what people wanted when I would push back and say that, oh well, everyone was making our strikers last year, our scapegoats last year, as to having no productivity or having no offensive productivity for our team. Yet our system, the way that our system's set up, isn't to facilitate our strikers to really produce those types of numbers that everybody wants these dynamic strikers to have. And yet here we are in this situation today where we've seen a possibly one of the best strikers in the world. Possibly even in better form.
Sound a bit low, 12. Sorry, 12. You
Mike.
sound a bit low. So yeah.
Yeah, a little closer to Mike.
There you go. Yeah.
Isak, who's possibly even Isak and Ekitike, who might even be in better form, I think in better form than Isak currently. Yet they're still not getting the production that we all want to see from them. And then someone might push back and say, well, Ekitike's got goals. Yeah, he's got goals from individual moments of brilliance, individual progressions of him setting himself up to get these types of goals. It hasn't been from the set of play that Liverpool produced. So if you have a situation like that, and then you have a winger in Salah that's becoming, I don't know, disassociated from the team somewhat, in a fog a little bit in what he's doing. You have Cody not that, and I have Cody with me here, so not saying that Cody doesn't produce, but saying that he doesn't create the opportunities or create the type of offensive output or offensive options that a Lucho did in left wing. What do we expect from a front line? We keep trying to put these, like you showed the right back situation. We're piecemealing. We have people saying Dominic should play right back. He's not a right back. He's a midfielder who's playing right back because we need something to settle in right back. We don't do diagonals anymore, really, on this team. We don't look for the things that made us a dynamic offensive team. We do not do. And yet, people are scratching their head like, oh, slot out or slot this, or, oh, I don't understand what's going on. This has been in front of us the entire time. Now, do I think that we can get something from it? Absolutely. I'm optimistic. But what I am emphasizing is that we've got to recognize that this coach has got to figure out how he can make, and this is what I honestly believe, how he can make this Wirtz Isak duo a dynamic duo, even if it's Wirtz and Ekitike, to make it a dynamic duo. If you can't utilize Wirtz as the dynamic duo, figure out a way to utilize possibly two of the best strikers in the Prem right now, in Ekitike and Isak, and make them a dynamic duo. But something needs to happen, and right now, I don't know exactly if we're going to see it happen, because this coach plays favorites. And we've already seen it happen before with Klopp, and now we're seeing it with Slot. So I don't know if that was
Nah,
optimistic
nah,
for you. If that was
No, it's optimistic because I think you feel like Slot can fix this, bro. And I don't think he can because I think he created this. And I think he's dying by it. If you listen to his press conferences, they're all uniform in his beliefs. He's blaming this season's form on team's ability to figure us out last season in the second half.
Yeah.
I'm not even reading between no lines. You know I don't read between lines.
That's the truth. It's the truth.
He
He's blaming
said
them for doing
the
their job.
performance this season is because teams figured them out in the second half. So you haven't figured out the teams. So teams are just figuring you out, and you're not figuring out other teams.
Andy said it's been like that since January, so he's had since January to fix it. Bro.
And he said we need to find answers. No, big man, you need to find answers. You get paid to find the answers. We just here for vibes, and we're just here for fans celebrating and condoling each other and vibes. And if the vibes is there, if not, we create our own vibes. We can.
Sometimes you have to question him, bro, because man said in his press conference that Salah and Gakpo were excellent, bro. One of them.
I still don't believe.
Nah.
I don't.
I heard it.
believe
I've
he
heard
said
it's on
that.
YouTube. It's on
Yo,
YouTube.
You heard it.
Ends,
Okay,
ends,
you heard
ends.
it.
We've never brought reading between the lines to your
Has to
channel.
be AI.
Ends, you've picked us because we've never brought reading in between the lines to your channel. We keep it a real. I know you can't. I see you put your hands up several times during the stream. I'll call you later. Make sure you're good. I'll check in on you tomorrow. Make sure you're good. Because brother, you don't look good, bro.
I just
Nah,
know
'cause
that,
I'm-
now that he said that he thinks it's excellent, bro. Now I know what to expect 100% for that. I'm
Yeah, you can't.
I'm gonna just.
Yeah.
I know now that's your thing, and that's the level. So now you're not hearing me moan about how Salah plays anymore, bro. Because all I have to do is bring up the standard is this game what we lost. And all right, Dave, man, one Travella and hugging the touchline. That's all you expect of Salah. So, all right, man, it was excellent, bro. Because that's dark to me, bro. I'm not saying you have to throw him under the bus, bro. But don't be telling man barefaced lies, bro.
Don't even put him in a category of Cody, bro, that actually tried today and actually scored. Don't put him in that category.
Yeah, you see that Sky Sports graphics. You see the Sky Sports graphics you brought up earlier. You know the one common denominator in that graphics is the fact that it's all happening because of the work rate of Salah.
There's the comment ends. That's the same thing I just heard him say, bro. There it is. That's the quote, bro. I heard him say it.
Cody too.
So you couldn't bring on. So who is it? Couldn't bring on Chiesa. This is in terms.
Yeah,
of,
because it wouldn't be fair to Mohamed Salah.
Wouldn't be fair to either. He told him.
Couldn't bring on Frimpong. Do you know there was a moment when the game opened up, and I'm like, if you throw Frimpong at right wing, for now, you throw him in there right now, we're good to go. We're good to go. Do you know what it has? Like Cucurella will be like, I don't know if I can keep going forward because this brother is rapid and he'll get in behind. I need to make sure I'm switched on here. I'm not gonna go. You man might have to go on that side, and we'll be calm
I'm
on
gonna
this
jump
side.
off. I'm gonna jump off because I'm gonna ask you, man, this question, and it's really the only thing that's doing my head in. Why all of his substitution makes us bad?
Because the substitutions are trying to fix his problems that he started off. He's trying to rectify. You know, the
more subs he make, the worse we get.
Yeah, because
never seen that.
Robertson came on, he had a good game, yeah. Obviously, he had a few moments where he gave the ball away, etc., but he had a good game. But the reason why he was doing so many things that he was doing is because we're 1-0 down. We're chasing the game already. Because of Kirkes's, whatever Kirkes did today, I don't know. What did he do? I'm not sure.
But
He's a loose head. He's a loose cannon. Huh? Say again?
Isn't that him playing favorite? I was asking. I'm not trying to take away from your flow.
No, because I see Robbo came
on.
on, and I think it was Ekatike making a run through the middle, and he bypassed Ekatike and tried to find Salah, and I'm like, what the fuck?
No, I'm just trying to.
Ekatike.
Hey, come play up front.
I gotta run, man. I'm having a headache.
What Joshua said.
Big up Jerry. Big up Jerry. Big up Jerry. Shit, I didn't even see it was you.
Robbo had a good.
For you.
So
Robbo had a good game. I'm trying to just say, I believe I'm with you. I think Robbo had a good game, and I think that yet, like, unfortunately, you know, this coach decided to go with Kirkes in a game that I think called for Robbo more than it called for Kirkes in this role today. I don't even know if I would have went with Ibu. I know this might sound like hindsight, but my lineup had Gomez starting just to give I don't know, Ibu like a little bit of like a reality check. But I mean, we're just not seeing those things. That's also I'm saying about the playing favorite part is that he still chose to go with Kirkez, still despite the fact that Kirkez didn't really create a lot of the options or a lot of the output that we were searching for.
So 12, you would have started Robbo left, VVD, Joe Gomez, and Bradley.
And Bradley, yeah, because they're four players
in front
that have
in front. Mama, new Mama.
Yeah, I would have done that. I know it sounds crazy, but I mean, like, or possibly to some, but I would have done that simply because I want to go back to basics somewhat in the sense of I want a team, I want a back line that trusts each other. I want a back line that knows how to play with each other. Okay. I want a back line that understands what they need to look for when it comes to the synergy that we're looking for. We do not necessarily have that today. Anthony Taylor didn't make it easy for us the way they called the game. I know that. I'm not saying the referee was the cause in this, but he didn't make it easier either. So if you're going to do that, you're going to have that synergy present to overcome the fact that you have to really bring out some real dynamic play. And
what was your other six?
Robbo really
12?
have his hands on his knees. I need to
What was
see
the other
his
six?
highlights.
Yeah, he did. He had his hands on his knees. What was the other six then? That's your four. What was the mid three and front three?
My mid three was Grav. I had the original midfield. I had Grav, Maka. I really wanted to have Grav and Dom as the two pivots. And if we're going to play Maka, because I love Maka, I think Maka is the maestro of our team. He just needs to get his flow together. Why not put Maka in the 10? Let's see what if he's struggling to get his form, he's struggling to really bring out defensive measures that we necessarily need. It's not like Maka can't play the 10. Have him play the 10 then. Utilize the legs of Grav and Dom in that pivot then, and at least have some base to fall back on with them in the pivot.
And the front three the same? Got
The
Bomo
front
and
three.
Isak?
Yes, I would have still went with the front three being the front three. I would have liked to have seen Chiesa, but I mean, like, yeah, I would have gone with the front three as what it was. And then brought on Chiesa. I thought that this game, also one thing that I was disappointed to see was that I would have loved to have seen Rio in this game, by the way, too. This game was like poetically written for him to be a part of it.
Wasn't even on the bench.
Their 18-year-old guy.
He wasn't even on the bench.
He wasn't on the bench.
No.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
This game was written for to go against Chelsea, your former team, to be able to have that moment to have that same moment of opportunity that they gave their 18-year-ld. It would have been fantastic to see Rio.
Yeah.
And Rio also creates. I'll allow for everyone else to jump in. Rio has that ability to have that dribbling dynamism that you get from a Lucho that we are missing somewhat in our attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And him dropping back further back, we could actually utilize that going forward.
Yeah. To your point about Kirk, as he said that he took him off because he was tired, bro. Well, he said that he thought he was tired because he's played 2 90 minutes in a row, which my point was, then don't start him then. How are you waiting to... How'd you start him in the game when you already know that he's played 2 90 minutes in a row, then try and tell him, bro?
We live in a world now where footballers can't play 2 90 minutes of football. This is the world we live in now, bro.
And that's the reason why
them with the most fittest, one of the most fittest human beings on the planet can't play 90 minutes of football.
Jerry got the answer. Surely Jerry got the answer, man. Because Jerry, why they not listening to you, man?
I Slot, yeah. As soon as you said that comment about Salah, for me, hand in your P45, bro. No. It's just funny to me now. I know Sab was like, nah, at least I know the levels he's at. For me, that's just not acceptable, bro. You know, there's certain things when you hear, man, like, oh, that's the mistake you did. All right, course, cool. I just don't want to see your face again. For me, he's X'd. And you know, when a manager's X'd to my head, you saw it with Klopp. There's no way coming back. This manager is X. How on earth does he watch that performance today and say to me that Salah was excellent? Huh? Excellent. Every time he gave the ball away, every single time it was a counter-attack and the team almost scored. Every single time. Every single time he went and 1v1 against his player, did not beat his man. Unless there was a ball over the top. And even then, he made the wrong decision. Wirtz puts that touch from Wirtz is outrageous into Salah's path. What does Salah do? 350 grand a week Salah on his right foot. What does he do? It spins off almost for a throw-in. Nah. The fact that a manager is saying that this is okay, this is excellent. Yeah, it means we're cooked. It means we're cooked.
After losing 3 in a row.
Konate in that we're seeing, this is good. It means Kirkes is playing excellent then. It means Bradley had an excellent game. It means the things I'm seeing ain't the same things he's seeing. This is madness, bro. This is absolutely madness. All I'm saying is,
Wait, he's Top Zone saying fake quotes. That's not true because
Savage heard it.
The,
But anyway,
the Salah one he's saying is a fake quote. The excellent thing.
Oh, the Salah one.
That's what. Yeah, that's what Top Zone
Sorry,
said.
go on, Jay.
That's a fake quote.
Anyway, before we done the preview, bro, what did I tell you about that space between the midfield and the defense?
Yeah, bro.
The worst thing about it was I say that just moved in, and I said if he gets the space, he's got to shoot. And I said that's going to be the problem because we're going to drop off because Garnacho and my man are going to be making the runs, and we're not going to be able to step up. I said it, and lo and behold, it happened. Right now, it's the same thing. I just don't know what Slot's trying to do. I don't know what football he's trying to play. He thinks certain man played well, hence why he doesn't take them off. Chiesa, what can he do to get a start? How badly does Konate have to play before he's dropped? With Kwanzaa, it was one game. It was, Slot, militant. What happened with there? No, Konate just gets to run his game. Kirkes, how many back-to-back games does he have to have when you're looking at, are you even of the level right now of a Liverpool player? After one season at Bournemouth, let's be honest, you're talking about a 2-time winning left back. And he's second in command to this guy. And what's this guy offering? Bottling 50-50s. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Like, honestly, everything that Liverpool do well is individual quality. Everything. Whether it's the Gravenberch turn, whether it's Ekitike, outrageous link up, by the way. Ekitike has to play every single game. I think we're seeing right now that as long as the formation and the tactics are what they are, whatever they are, Ekitike has to play and Isak has to play.
Man, we need Isak,
Because the way Ekitike came on and was linking it up, flicking it around the corner to Gakpo and stuff, it was different already. It changed the dynamic of the game. Wirtz, unfortunately, I'm sorry, but whatever you do now, it's just not going to make it. It doesn't matter unless he again gets the ball and runs through 5 man and slaps it into the top bins himself. No pass, no through ball's going to make a difference unless he plays it to Ekitike like he has done, because Salah's going to miss it, because this man's going to miscontrol it, because Gakpo's going to take too long on the ball, because he's being direct. And look, I don't even want to get onto Gakpo because he tried today. He went down the outside. He didn't just look to go and cut in. Like it was a better performance than I've seen. But to the 12th man's point, this is why I spoke about needing the DAAS, because the DAAS, like these wingers, he's going to take 2-3 man with him and he's going to find the spare man. And when he does that, it opens up the space for everyone else. It means you don't have to constantly have a fullback that's direct, but we've got 2 wingers that are really, really direct. We've got 2 fullbacks that are really direct because they're not like Trent, right? So they're both direct as well. You've got Szoboszlai that, look, he's trying to do all this pity-patter, little 1-2 touch, and he's trying. He's probably excellent. He's probably he's been excellent this season, but that's not his game. I just don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. We're playing Isak, but Isak is asked to do the role of Ekitike, but that's not his job. That's not what he's good at. I don't know what. Honestly, it goes back to the same thing. What are the 3 characteristics of slot ball? If everyone was just a NPC, a non-player character, just some faceless player, would you be able to look at that team and be like, yeah, that's slot ball? I understand what they're doing. No. I'd be able to tell you what players who because of what they're doing, because Gravenberch is trying to do the turn, because Salah's trying to do that same run and bouncing off his shins and losing the ball. That is anyway.
Jay, you know the criminal thing that the man did in the game, bro? Wirtz opened the team up and it's just a square pass for the tap in, and he just aired it.
Yeah.
And that would have put us 2-1 up in the game. And you're like, at least 2-1, we're in a good position. And we can go
I'm convinced, and this is the last thing, I'm convinced, Salah in his head is thinking, nah, these men can't outshine me. Like he's so obsessed about it being about him getting the goals, about him being the main guy. He's thinking there's no way it's going to be Ekatike's name in the headlights, or this man, or Gakpo got the double, and because it's got to be Salah, I've got to get mine. There's no apology from him either. He does that, and there's no like, oh my God, what have I done? And bear in mind, Liverpool need to win the game. He's just smiling. But if that was the
he
other
did
way,
apologize to Wirtz. He did apologize to Wirtz when Wirtz did the flick round the corner, and he's
because he had to. He probably said thank you for the pass.
But he didn't apologize to Isak when Isak was like, bro, you could have played me in.
Exactly. If Gakpo played him, if that was the other way around and Gakpo didn't play him in, Salah would be trying to rip his top off, flinging his arms around, turning around. Again, I don't know what
there was one when Kirkes got in behind and he tried to square it to him. He got mad at him because he didn't hit him, or he didn't put it into the. But I'm like, you never would have got there anyway because you're way behind.
He tried. It didn't make it. Man was fuming. Kirk was like, "Fam, I tried." It's not like
Salah can't beat his man. He can't go on the outside. He's so predictable now. He's lost a yard of pace. It's the Trivela pass that he's just waiting for, or he gets it and everything slows down. We speak about things slowing down. Watch it next time. Every time Salah gets it, he stops the ball. He actually stops the ball plain dead, and does that whole thing where he looks to fling it back post.
Do you know there was one moment? Yeah, Jerry, I nearly lost my mind here. Do you know there was one moment when we played out the back, good little football though, 1 and 2 touches here. We got out and it rolls it into him. Sobo knocks it round the corner. Me and Zava and the watch along guy, and the ball's moving so slow. There's no one in picture. I'm expecting that. Who's come? Is it a red shirt coming? Is it going to be a blue shirt? I'm seeing man wrestling with the other guy.
When he
sets it back to Sobo, Bradley's in. But this
is what it is. He can't even do the I'm gonna hold off the big guy anymore. It's just like it looks like his energy's just gone. He can't beat a man.
But Jay, he was more interested in looking for the foul. In my mind, I'm like, go to it, lay it, Sobo in behind, you spin, go now. Now we're in a counter attack, bro. He was there, and the ref was like, get up, man. I don't know what you two are over there doing.
Yeah, because he didn't try to play the ball. He can't give a foul.
How bad is it? Sobo nearly ended up running. Who was it? Sobo that nearly ended up getting back on the ball because he went through both of them. I'm like,
it was Bradley. It was Bradley. I think Bradley's the one that played the pass to him. Yeah, because you
no. Bradley played it into Sobo. Sobo nicks it round the corner. Yeah. And then we're waiting, and Bradley's making his run. I'm like, all right, so you're gonna set it back, flame in. No, man. The referee told them both to get on with it, man. I don't know what you man are doing. Yeah. You know when the gaffer speaks about fine margin, those are my fine margins. Square it across. If he misses, at least, right, you're cool. I gave you. Big man, put that in. It's a tap in. Fine margin. You go to the ball, set it back to Sobo, plays it into Bradley. We get in round. You probably can put one across someone making a run. Fine margins. The Trivela pass. Isak trying to header it. Fine.
You know when the manager will sit certain players down, I'm like, yo, let's have a one-on-one. I'm gonna show you some things in the game. I don't think he's doing that with certain men in the team.
But how can you do that with Salah? What's he gonna tell Salah? Yeah, you need to be stronger. You need to be faster. You can't do it anymore, bro. You can't.
No, but he could at least tell Salah like, yo, do you know if you step to that, touch it to Sobo, Sobo could have played Bradley. I don't think he can tell Salah that because then Salah is not.
But Salah knows it. That's the point. It's not like Salah doesn't know it. It's not like Salah's like this and his blinkers. I can see Salah looking and he goes, "Nah, I'm not doing that."
No, but it's obvious he does.
Yeah, let's just keep the ball. But now I'm gonna try and wrap it into the top corner. It goes out for a throw in. Just keep the ball. You keep losing it, my guy.
Gakpo grabbed his knees, bro. When he cut in the miss, bro. He said, "Nah."
You'd be naive to think a top level manager doesn't sit down with all these players throughout the week and show them the tapes. The thing is, it's Salah. Salah's been that guy who's always been that guy. Every season he's got the goals. Every season he's got the assists. And no matter what, he always takes the shot. So it's Salah who is in his own head, who's in his own way, who's then holding up the team because he wants to get the goals.
But the manager have to show him the tapes, bro.
No, it's the manager doing this. Take him out and tell him, listen, you're 33 now. You need to sit down.
Yes. Yeah, that's what should have happened. You see, 48th minute when he done that, it should have been.
Yeah, you come on now.
You're off.
Yeah,
statement. That's it. It should have been a statement. And then Salah can walk off and he can throw a tantrum and he can do all of that. And that can be the talking point.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
guess what?
that's
That would
fine.
show that it's not. But apparently it was fine. Apparently he had a good game.
Listen, but you said earlier on though, Jerry, like what's Slot's like three characteristics.
Yeah,
Obvious when you get a man from a smaller club early on in his managerial career, he's still trying to pick things from different places. When he came in, he said, "I'm a bit of Klopp, I'm a bit of Pep," and then over like the end of last season, he's saying that he wants to look towards PSG. So he's still trying to pick.
Oh, so he
He's
doesn't
doing
have
it
an
on the biggest
identity.
stage. He's doing it on the biggest stage.
But Josh, but guess what though? I'm going and looking at Thomas Frank, and I know how a Glasner team plays. I know how a Thomas Frank team
Because
plays.
they've been able to do it at a smaller level and work their way up. Slot's been thrown in at the big end, and
Bro,
he's
he's doing it at Feyenoord, whatever that was, whatever he was. I didn't watch it. So I'm not going to lie to you. But whatever he was doing there, I would have thought that would be something that he's implemented. Like, listen, by the way, like he's had a season and a bit now to implement this, and he's got his own players now. I don't think there's any excuse at this moment in time to be like, oh, he's still trying to figure out what he's doing. I hear your point. I know that's what he said.
It is what he's doing. It's not an excuse, but it's what he's doing, isn't it?
It's unacceptable because you're talking about possession. Like last year, we were way more controlled, and you spoke about, you didn't want people. You was talking about the risk and saying that sometimes the players are a bit too risky with the passing, and we wanted to keep it a bit short. But it seems like this season, everyone's mad risky. Like I saw Gravenberch at centre back just pass the ball into the midfield. Like just in Esteval just won it, and there's no one there. I saw Gakpo trying to dribble out from outside the box and lose the ball. Like that doesn't make any sense. That's schoolboy errors, bro. Man, that's schoolboy errors. If my under 13s did that and tried to dribble out, they're getting hooked. Why are you dribbling out? Just get rid of it. In the 89th minute, and you're trying to dribble out of the box, losing the ball. I don't know, man.
I think he just wants to have his own fun, bro, with the team. That's what I think, bro. He's got his players now. He won a league. They give him a bit more leeway, and now he's like, I don't want to play that football I played last year. I didn't want to enjoy it, bro. Yeah, man.
You're savage on that point because we've heard this with one manager and we overlooked it. I don't want to overlook this one. Klopp said, "I'm not here for trophies. I'm here for friendship."
Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's
No,
just speak.
no. I'm not. Wait. Let me land.
Because he didn't say that. That's why I said let's not do that.
Nah,
he didn't say I'm not here for trophies. He said that at the end of his career, and he said that he picked up friends on the way, and it's better than trophies.
But that's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making.
Well, don't lie, then. That's what I'm saying.
No, the point I'm making now is what you said about Slot. Yeah, bro, Slot came in and won a trophy in his first season.
Yep.
So
It's a trophy, not a trophy, man. Come on.
What do you say, Zabiri?
So he just here survives now.
No, I don't mean that, but like the team was set up for him to, change a few things. We finished third the season before. Up until a certain point, we all thought we was in a title race, and then we wasn't. You know what I mean? So he done what he's done now. He changed a few things. He basically moved into a furnished yard, and it was good enough to live in. And he's like, you know what? Now I want to decorate, but he's decorating shit, bruv. That's it. It's all right, man. It's all right, bruv. Like, I told you, bruv. I told you at the beginning of the season because I didn't like this. I'm gonna go and look at some final games, bruv. And final don't play like this at all. Not one bit, bruv. It's way more intense. He was taking off the fullbacks because they were tired, because they were running so much. Now he's just switching them because I want to switch them. I don't feel sorry for him, but I don't like, bruv. Whatever, innit, bro. Whatever, bro. You're the Liverpool manager, bro. It's what comes with being a Liverpool manager. I ain't gonna feel sorry for him, bro. Well done, you've got a Premier League title, bro. It's fine. I've seen bigger managers than you come and go from different clubs, bro. Win a league and leave, bro. Win a league and I watch Mourinho come back, win a league and get sacked again, bro. It's fine. I just don't. I didn't. You have to understand, bro. With me, I can't speak for everyone. I didn't like this football in the season when we were winning the league, bro. When we were going to win the league last season. And I knew that, like, okay, well, we're 11 points out of Arsenal. It's going to be done. I didn't like it, bro.
No, man, his football at the start of the season was brilliant. Like,
yeah, but I'm talking about
first 6 months. It was beautiful.
Beginning was good.
We controlled possession. We battered teams. We passed them around the park, and then when it was time, we switched it on. And in 2-3 minutes, we'd have that Klopp style high transition energy football. one of the best examples is that Brighton game. It was 1-0 down, and in 2 minutes, 55th, 57th minute, we turn it around. Salah and Curtis Jones goal. That's one of the best examples. It was beautiful football. It's just right now, again, as I keep saying.
You think it was beautiful the whole of last season?
No, I said for the first 6 months.
First 6 months.
Okay, so that's my point.
Well, right now, and I've said this already, but when you have so many changes and you take away so many first team
I agree with that.
It's gonna.
Which was his choice.
Now, the rationale is it's gonna take time. Yes, the crash out is right now. It's crap. It's crap.
Yes,
but the rationale is it's gonna take time. You know,
What's hilarious though is that, to your point, Slot is admitting that he saw after January that teams clocked onto how Liverpool want to play, and this whole summer and the whole preparation, the reason why we bought the players that we have done is because he wanted the ability to break down these low blocks or break down these teams much more effectively, right? Because the transition game weren't working. So however
it work though, Jerry?
It was the transition game. It was teams were. He admitted. He said teams were coming at us. He said the fact that I benefited from having a clock team that was together for a while, but also it was a team that finished 3rd and 5th the 2 years before. So teams weren't respecting Liverpool like that. You know how you've seen City now, where teams think they can get at City. So teams think they can get at City. There's going to be space in behind for Haaland to do what he wants to do now. Now he's running in behind. Now he's looking like a different Haaland. That's what Liverpool are able to go and do. Think of the goals that Liverpool are scoring, where they were just pure space in behind. Scoring against Aston Villa when they had a corner and we scored within 4 seconds because their team just thought they can get at us and we can counter them. Teams aren't doing that anymore. Teams are sitting back. Teams are going 5 at the back saying, break us down. Yeah, but now we have a clue what to do. And he just thought, I'm going to bring in players just to break it down, but there's no patterns to go and do it. So again, it's just relying on the individuals, relying on, Verts is number 10, but you can beat a man so easily and probably slide a man in. Yeah, it's going to open. It's not working
but
out.
Jerry, you said he had all summer to work on this, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't see what he was working on the summer.
Yeah, because preseason was like this.
Yeah,
I haven't seen no improvement from July 1st till now. I couldn't tell you what improved.
We were on, Jerry. You was on there when we played against Wagamama's, bruv. And
Don't bring that back up. Don't bring that back up.
It kicked off, bro. It kicked off, and we actually sat there, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, we look like we've gotten worse. Like offensively, we haven't improved that much, right? If anything, we've regressed a tiny bit. But defensively, we've dropped off so massively in terms of the ability to control, into the ability to just keep clean sheets. They're actually a worse team. And
do you know what? Do you know what it is, Jay? A lot of the fear factor guys are not in the team. There's none of the other players that we're playing against now fear any of the players we have in our team like that.
No, they do. They do.
No, they don't. We've stepped on. Show me the game. Show me the game where they fear us.
Teams set up defensively against us. They
put an 18-year-old centre back today, mopped up Isak today, and ran through our midfield.
They feared us because they attacked us. They kept on attacking us because they know at the back we're defensively.
That's because they don't fear us, bro. They can leak.
But at the start of the season, these teams are setting up in a low block. It's a reason why our Arteta set up in a low block. It's a reason why Burnley set up in a low block. Teams set up in a low block because they fear what you're gonna do, right? And that's the reason why Man City was so brilliant in those years where they were dominating.
I don't want to cut across you, bro. I don't think they're setting up because they fear us. I think they set up because they know that's the best way to play against us. It has nothing to do whether they care about. They just know as long as we stay compact, we will catch them on the counter attack.
If teams don't fear you, they wouldn't respect you enough to set up in a low block. If teams don't fear you, they'll attack you.
No, but what it is, right? But what it is, you see, like when Liverpool, when teams used to sit back against like City, right? They were sitting back to be like, it's damage limitation. Like if we can counter attack, we're going to try to, but it's going to be very difficult to because they're just going to keep it and keep it and keep it. Against Liverpool, that's sitting back.
That's an indictment on us, though, more than what it is.
Yeah, because teams are sitting back, but they're sitting back because they're seeing, you know what? We can actually counter them. Like it's not like
15 minutes, 5 minutes in the game where they're gonna catch us.
We're sitting back because we're so scared. They're just like, all right, Liverpool, all they want really is transitioning in behind. They're not going to damage us with the ball in front of us, right? So let's let them have it there, and we know when we win it back, they're going to be so open we can counter. It's not the same way in which teams used to sit back against City, where I used to go to games and be like, brother, I feel like Pep Guardiola's paid off this team. It's like this team's not doing anything. It's like they're sitting back and everyone's looking around at each other and they're just lumping the ball forward, but there's no target.
They're just going there not to get battered.
Yeah, but against Liverpool, they're sitting up thinking, "No, we can get a result." Southampton was sitting up thinking, "We can get a result."
The truth of that is, Jerry, that Bournemouth didn't give a damn. Semenyo didn't give a damn. Just treated us how they wanted. Newcastle went out to 10 men and still didn't give a damn.
Palace, the same thing. Palace didn't sit back. They were pressing us off the park.
Galatasaray didn't. It showed that you bully us a couple bit, and then look, it's the same
Like
thing.
Josh is right. They're gonna have like individual players where they're like on his day he can do something. But when these left backs are turning up now, Salah's on the pitch. They're just chilling.
When I'm saying they're sitting back, that's how they start off tactically. It's then when they see in game, when they see how shaky we are against Konate's giving away the ball, Alisson's giving away the ball because he
gave it away twice though, Josh. I don't want to keep using that as a thing. Gave it away twice in the game.
Who?
Konate.
Konate's given the ball away so many times in the past couple of games.
No. But we're talking about this game, bro. And even in the last game, he was a high percentage.
He's generalizing it though.
I'm making a point about
you can't unless you go and check his passes. No, you can generalize it, but go and check his actual pass completion.
What,
if it's above 95%, 96, 94%, you can't say he's bad at passing.
Okay,
because then it becomes a lie, and then you're just picking.
If 70% of those passes are sideways to flipping.
So now we're complaining about his passes, bro. Nah, that's
what is that?
The Palace game, he was the most progressive
passes. That's what I'm talking
in the
about.
Palace game, he was the most progressive passer in the team.
In the Palace game. Which game were you watching?
That's what I'm saying. Instead of go and check it. Go and check it. Go and check it, bro. And he finished on 96% passing completion in that game, I think it was.
You're talking about completion.
No, but if we're gonna lie, let's lie, bro. If we're gonna lie and make stuff up, let's do it properly. He gave the ball away twice today, and we're saying he can't pass the ball.
Do you know what it is with Konate right now? Yeah, it's not
So
about.
now we're gonna pick and choose it because it's a side pass, not a forward.
I think
come on,
Judge
man.
is making it.
No, I'm not. I'm not hearing it. No, I'm not hearing it, bro. I promise you, I'm not hearing it.
Shaky, but he's looking shaky.
Okay, cool. So it's the way. Then you can tell me, on the ball, he looks uncomfortable.
Yeah, but that's my point.
I will agree.
But it's
no,
all
but you're saying the passing.
Confident Konate.
Where are we? Where are we going?
No, but I'm saying to Josh's point, a confident Konate, I've seen him get the ball. When there's space, he travels with the ball, and he will go and pick out a pass.
He did what Matip did.
That's why he tried. You tried to do what Matip do. Innit? I'm not even saying he's on that level, but he tried and he'd show his confidence. Right now, he's getting the ball. There's space in front of him. I saw Verge telling him, bruv, move into midfield. There's space. Man, just standing there like frozen, bro.
No, he might as well, because if he leaves Virgil on his own, he's just gonna back off into the goal, bro. So what's the point?
Yeah, if he makes sure that Luto scored again.
He's got a step with.
Might as well back off into the goal, innit?
Nah, but guys, I think it's instructions, man.
Well, Diaz scored again.
Does that well. He
Diaz
drives
scored
in
again.
there well, and I think it's instruction. Instruction is to not go in.
Sorry, just let you know, Diaz scored again.
Thanks,
But the point I think Josh was trying to make, you see when teams set back and Konate, let's say two of his passes were misplaced. Those two misplaced passes creates the 10% chance or that 10 minutes where the team sees that as an opportunity to actually step out. So they're sitting back waiting for a mistake.
Like the long ball that McAllister played over the top to no one. Like that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Like when Salah left the ball and decided to wrestle with it. That one. Oh, not that one. The one when he tried to play into the box with 7 defenders standing there and they click. No, not that one. Not that one. The one that Virgil played a hospital pass to McAllister in the first half and we lost it and it went on a transition. We'll leave that one out. We won't talk about that one. No, not the one that Kirk has played off the pitch when no one was there. We'll leave those. Just the two that Konate did.
No. That's the two that everybody's shaky. What I'm saying. No,
but you are because you had mentioned none of the other guys. No, so mention them and then say.
Older. When we're talking about, because obviously we're talking about, we started talking about Konate, innit? That's why this conversation came up, innit?
Yeah, bro, we weren't talking about Konate.
No, that's what I'm saying, Josh. You see your point, Josh. Your point actually started with Konate. What Enz is saying is, all right, it's okay to start with him, but you should have added the other guys into the moment because they do play into your point. Your point is,
which I mentioned Ali as well in his distribution, isn't it?
Yeah. So basically, that's what Enz is saying. Don't single out Konate, but to your point, he was part of it. Even though he had a 96% passing accuracy,
95. Sorry, I got it wrong.
Yeah.
Percentage off.
No,
95%
but Enz,
passing
but you
accuracy
see the
today.
point now, Enz. So all of these guys can finish with 90+% accuracy, but their individual mistakes created the 15% chance the other teams is capitalized on. And that's basically where we find ourselves. And that's what Josh's point was. So Josh's point wasn't necessarily to single him out. It's just those are the moments when the teams step out on us.
Isn't that the point, though? Isn't that the point,
was
though?
to sit back and wait for a mistake.
Big up, Dad.
No, what I'm trying to emphasize is the point is, Slot said to kill. His famous quote was "kill him with passes." All right, or correct? Is that the quote? "Kill him with passes" is the Slot quote, and we're killing ourselves with the passes that we're making, giving away. Just as JJ spoke on.
Can't pass.
Some of those passes. If we can't pass, how are we going to? The only thing that we're going to do is kill ourselves.
That's basically what's happening. That's a good point, too.
Creating opportunities. You're creating those opportunities that you're speaking on, Colonel, and what JJ was saying about the passes, like love grab, but he ended up having some errant pass into the midfield. There's passes that are being laid off, but yet there's the Robbo pass where he needs to possibly make the run, but he doesn't. And the pass goes astray. If you're not going to, if the one thing that you emphasize as being the key characteristic of your identity, if you're not going to be able to have that key characteristic of that identity be your focal point, then you're obviously going to fail on your ability to succeed. And that's what we're doing.
Honestly, the build up from Liverpool is keep it short, hope you don't lose the ball, and then boot it long.
Yeah, the question is why does he want to build up through Konate all the time?
He doesn't. Teams make him build up through Konate.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
I don't think he forcing it. That's like to drive with the ball either.
He doesn't.
I think that has to be instruction because Konate does it so well, driving with the ball, and he's not doing that this season. I've seen it maybe once in one of the 6 games, bro.
Yeah, it's
he's
that.
Not
it's
driving.
Confidence. It's either it's instruction or it's confidence. And I just think based on how he's been this season, it's just up and down. It's been. But again, it's like if there's no idea of how you want to go and play, you're asking people to just do stuff off the cuff, innit? And maybe that's just not Konate.
Yeah.
So I've just gone back through the last 5 games. Yeah, the lowest he's had is 84%. The others have been 95 and 97 and 96.
But there would be
accuracy.
But there would be. It's not. For me, it's not.
What is his passing bad or is it not bad? I don't know.
I don't think. I think it's about Konate being shaky. I don't think it's about because again, Liverpool have majority of the possession, right? It's the same way as Kirkes. Kirkes passing accuracy probably 80%, right? But Kirkes just looks shaky. That's
wait. Question with Kirkes real quick before you continue, Jerry. Does he have the ability to hit a long pass?
I don't think he has any ability. He runs hard.
All right, Savage, I'll bring this question to you. What is Kirkes' range of passing? Because
that's deep.
Nah, man, I've had enough of him, bro.
His range of passing, I mean,
it hurts me. So I'm sorry. Let me not speak on him. I just don't like the guy. Workers, I don't like him.
All right, maybe Josh can answer this. You see how Robbo can come on and find a Chiesa to run in behind. Does Kirkes have that ability? I know he's known for marauding down the wing and whipping them across. Does he have the opportunity to ping one in behind?
Not right now. We always keep forgetting that Robertson's probably one of the best left backs we've seen in the league. He was up there in regards to challenging Trent in regards to the assist making and stuff like that. That link up that Robertson used to have with Mane and his wingers, it was sensational. Kirkes does not have that. He's a young guy, rewarding, attacking a left back. Unfortunately, he doesn't have that. Can he develop that in his game? Potentially, but that's not his game right now. It's not his game.
Can I ask a question?
Thank you, Josh.
Patience. Can I ask a real quick question? I know that we're just talking about patience and build up play and the likes. And being that we're a club that has generated all this momentum from our intensity, is it really possible to have a real, without having a true balance, is it possible to be that maybe we're being too patient as opposed to, and that is then subjecting or taking away from our intensity? Could it be the fact that we don't have the ability to have a balance between the patience that we're wanting to do with this passing and killing with the passes and being patient and doing the right passing and all this other thing. And that then takes away from the intensity of what we used to see from Bobby or Mane on the press, and or the way that we saw maybe Elliot or Dom buzzing around trying to get involved, get action moving with get some of the things. Because sometimes we see this ball be passed around and it sits and it doesn't move quick enough to the point where I don't know if you would even call that patience.
12th man, what's the common denominator between that forward line that we had then and this forward line? There is none. Is in the pace that we had, and you look at Chelsea's forward line, the pace that we had meant that if we got at you, it was game over. Mane, Salah, and the way Bobby pressed, people don't understand that level of intensity. Isak and Ekitike, they're trying to press. They're 6 foot something. They're not going to press. That's not going to press like that, no matter how.
These men do have the pace. It's the pressing. Bobby, Mane, and Salah were some of the best pressing forwards.
Mane and Salah pressing, is nothing like the pace of Ekitike and Isak and it's not like that. Their pace is over. Distance, 5-10 yards. Mane and that are on you. So
it's got nothing to do with the pace, though. In the press, it's got nothing to do with the pace
because you have to press with intensity and pace. If you're off the ball, if Ekitike presses as fast as he can, it's not going to be to the level of what Mane and Salah used to do. It's not, because they were doing it at such a pace and at such an intensity to 12 man.
Actually, Jerry, correction.
It then allowed the midfield to be like, all right, we're straight after that. But what you're seeing is, watch the press. Isak's trying to go and press.
Ekitike pressing was a bit more intense than Isak's pressing. I will give him that. Because I saw it today in the game. You saw the difference.
It was more intense, but even then, think about how that front three used to press. Go back to yourself. If you remember Robbo when he used to press the keeper.
I watched Dominique Szoboszlai press 3 men by himself today. No,
and you run down the centre back. You run it down.
And Isak was standing there and watch one man pressing by himself, and I'm just like,
but that's the thing. That's the thing. In a press, you all have to be on the same page. You all have to be pulling on the same strings. You saw that times where
triggers and
exactly.
It's one behind the other.
And there was times where Isak pressed, but then there was nobody following up. The reason why we were so good is because we pressed from the front and
nobody else.
In Wijnaldum and Henderson, who would follow them up, would back them up, and then that kind of moved slowly as we then obviously transitioned them guys out and we brought new players in. Nunes and Diaz were brilliant pressers. It's another reason why Salah loved playing with Nunes and playing with Diaz. Not only because they both look for him, they both look to feed him as well, which obviously Isak is not going to do right now because Isak is greedy. He's a number 9, and Gakpo at the moment is not doing that. But these guys, the press that these guys had was insane, and it's from the front, the high energy, and we don't have that right now. It's all loose, it's all disjointed, it's discombobulated. So it's gonna be broken. It needs to be fixed.
And that
it's crazy. It's crazy to do that comparison though, because the red arrows to me are just something that we have to resign to the past. Much like what old people like me would have said, we haven't played football with like John Barnes and Kenny Dalglish and Ian Rush for years. Yeah, cool. They were the winners. No, seriously. And you have to, Klopp said it, you have to resign things to the past and look to the future. There's no way we're ever going to see
we need to evolve.
That front three, the red arrows again. Never, ever. So to compare anything to them, because theirs was, all right, Mane came first. No, Bobby, Mane, then Salah. And it happened over time. So we have to give these guys, hopefully, some time to sort of figure out. Lallana was the first presser. Klopp loved Lallana. He was the trigger, like how Dom is the trigger. It was him, then go. And it developed over years. You could see it's disjointed because left and right and saying, all right, Mo, come. So he's telling them what to do when he runs in. And you say to yourself, come on, guys, you train every day, all week. There should have been some plan for this. Dom should have been the man in the 10. So why does he have to tell you, I'm going? You should know the reason why he's in the 10 and you're playing the 4-2-4 is he's going to lead the press. The instant you see his head dip forward, that means he's gone. All of you go, or whoever's supposed to be next go, and it looks very disjointed because it isn't something they're ready to do yet.
It's also disjointed though because of the amount of changes that he makes. Okay, you start with Szoboszlai in the number 10, but then you take him and put him at right back. You start with
At right back.
in the pivot, then you take and put him in the centre back role.
Centre
So
back.
if these guys are then they've been set up and sent out to do a certain job, and then you're taking them and putting them in a different position. What are you doing? You're weakening two different positions.
But
Do you
could
know
you
what I
not argue? But could you not argue, right, that within what I would expect is that a manager that's being paid the amount that Slot's being paid, should be able to put any player on any side of the pitch, and they should understand what the team's doing in general. So I'm not saying it's going to be the best, but they should be all like, oh, when I'm in this position, this is what I need to do. Like, if it, like you do this every single day, the coach stops everything and he's doing the patterns. He's like, all right, when the ball goes here, I need you to do this. Everyone's listening to what's going on because everyone's got to be on the same page. So whether Szoboszlai's playing at right back or he's playing in centre mid or he's playing up front, right? Everyone should know if I'm playing in this position, this is how I press. Now, if, for example, you're not as good in that position on the ball and stuff, it's a completely different thing. But pressing is just about intensity. But right now, they don't press.
That's
So
why
if
I
you're
brought up
not-
the point.
You might as well drop off properly, but we're not pressing, but our line is high.
So
But
Jerry,
that's
you
why
want
I brought-
Linda's back then? You said intensity.
tried to-
Bring back Pep Linda's, man.
Hey, intensity. Yeah, intensity. man.
Sav, bring the book, Sav. Show us the book. Come on.
He said, my assistant coach.
Hey, listen, man. What I'm
I
saying
wanna know
is,
Arne
I'm sitting here,
Slot's
I'm sitting here
opinion on the
listening
book.
to all of you lot. Common denominator is the gaffer, bro.
Savage, can you do me a favor and mail him your copy of Linda's book?
No, I'm keeping it, bro. That's mine.
No,
That's
but
it.
Slot needs that book. The book have his answers.
Nah, bro. Did you see? Was Van Bronckhorst even there today?
So what
I
are we
don't,
saying?
bro, I didn't get the pan. I didn't
Is that
get
enough
the
of him, bro? And I told you, is that enough of him, bro?
Is it
Stop,
Slot's
man.
time to go? Or is he on a time?
Oh yeah, Josh. I don't. I mean this, innit? I think the Slot out and this guy out is a bit childish, innit? I just don't. I would, if I had the choice to remove this manager and get a new one, I would.
Yeah, but who you get?
But I don't know, bro. That's for.
And then that's the problem, then, isn't it?
No, it's not a problem. It's no, wait.
That is a problem. If
No,
you
it's
say,
not.
I get him
No,
out,
it's
but I don't
not.
know who to get. So
It's
who's
it's
gonna
actually, that's my point, though. It's actually not a problem because I'm just a fan. It's a problem for the club. No, it is a problem for the club. If the club decided today they want to get rid of the manager, they've got the issue of who we're going to get in. I'm just a football
They
fan.
have to go and recruit.
I want to see. I want to see your patterns of play. I want to see a proper idea, and I want to see good football. And he doesn't have any of it. He's delivered me a predator.
Overreaction, though, man. It's overreaction. I can't lie.
Okay, Josh. Okay,
Yeah.
I've asked you this question because, to be fair to you, innit? Why is it an overreaction for me? Be based on this season, because it's only a few games in. Is that why you think it's an overreaction?
No, because listen, obviously last season we done what we done in it, and it was amazing. To be honest, if you going into last season, most of us thought it's a transition season. If you listen to a lot of Feyenoord and it was AZ that he was at before Feyenoord, I think. Yeah, they said in his second season he rips up his teams and he brings in a lot of changes. He makes a lot of changes. That's just what he does. So at the end of the day, as I said, and I keep saying it, with a lot of changes and especially first team changes, you're going to have people that's going to take time to figure things out. I guarantee you, January time, and it's too long for especially such a
Josh, you're gonna answer the question, bro.
Huh?
You're gonna
Isn't
answer the
what
question.
we're saying.
Nah, you ain't answering it, Josh.
I'm answering the
Is he
question.
overreacting? No, you're not.
Yeah,
Yes, you are.
Yeah,
Yes, you are.
I just want to know why. I just want to know why you think I'm overreacting. Is it based on a certain time limit? Why you think I'm overreacting?
No, because listen, what's what's your expectation of the season? What was your
Just answer it, man. Don't ask questions, man. Answer the thing, man.
It's an overreaction because this man has won us the league. Yeah. We've won the first 5 games of this of this season. Yeah. We're 1 point behind Arsenal. We're playing like trash. Like
that's fair enough. But I thought this. I thought this anyway before these losses. See, most of the fan base are losing their mind now because Liverpool just lost 3 games. Well, 2. They lost 2 games or 3. What?
3 games in a row. 3 in a row.
bro. Anybody who's seen me on the stream knows that I
No,
was
Savage. I know you.
I was
can
like this.
attest to it.
I
You
was like
wanted
this.
them
When
out,
I
even
would
though
like
we
this
were
when we was
winning the
winning the
league.
game because that's the pattern, bro. The pattern was there. Yes, individual talent. That's football. Of course, they're there to get you over the line sometimes. But if I can keep seeing a pattern that keeps being in the last minute, it's not against the greatest teams that we've ever played against. Andy was doing this in pre-season, Community Shield, and the end of last season. And then I watched him say that he's been bad since January. And
You want him gone in February.
So that
Just so
proves
you
that
know.
proves to me that I'm not overreacting because he said it himself, bro. So now I know that. Oh, I really wasn't just. Every time someone asks me what good football matches did I see, I could only literally go, Man City,
No,
Real Madrid,
no.
and Spurs. And Spurs.
So Josh, now you Josh.
There's plenty of good games last season.
Wait, guys.
You said it yourself, bro. You said it yourself for
second.
6 months. All I'm saying is, January. In January, we had January, and then around that time we had Man City. I saw a good game in it. I think we played Real Madrid in December, if I'm correct on that. So we had Man City. I remember us thumping up.
We played him in November, yeah.
I remember us thumping up Ipswich, whatever. We mashed up Spurs when we lifted the trophy. And I'm telling you, in my eyes, apart from those 2 games, I didn't see another good football match. So, and then we went in, and then we won the league. I celebrated it. I was respectful of him. I can't do anything about that. Even if I didn't enjoy the football, he's meant to just go and win the league, and that's not. He doesn't have to entertain me. I just don't like it. I'm a football fan. It's entertainment at the end of the day. And then the season finishes, and then he goes and buys all these new players that I never asked him to get. You never asked him to get. He chose to do that. So now I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for you, no pressure, because it's Liverpool, and that's what happens when you win the league. And then we start pre-season, and the football still looks like how the last season did at the end. And then we start this season, and it still looks the same. And now we've lost 3 games. Everyone else is overreacting because if you was back in 3 games ago, you're overreacting. I never liked him. I've never liked him.
Yeah, for you don't like him, you don't like him, innit? I don't listen.
That's what I'm saying. So it can't be an
No,
overreaction.
Josh, question then. Josh, question then. That means are you overreacting now?
Wait, what am I overreacting to?
Because did you like it? Did you like what we was doing when we was winning?
Well, I don't think anything. As I said, I've always come with a rationale with what we're seeing right now, and I keep saying it. And I've said it to you. I said it to you 3-4 games ago when I came on the show that it's gonna take time. Like I don't expect to see a good Liverpool until January time because, as I said, I keep saying it. But you make so many changes, it's gonna happen. The fact is, I don't think we're gonna be challenging for a title this season.
No, which means then you should be okay with these results, then, Josh. That means we should be okay with it.
No, but you can not be okay with something and still
that's
say
a contradiction.
what I'm saying right.
No, because
it's not a
you're
contradiction.
no, it is
It's not a
because you're saying on one hand, no, hear me out. Maybe I'm making on one hand, you're like, I don't expect us to do well anyway, and I'm hope by November time, I think we should.
No.
So now, on this hand, now we're not winning and playing well. You can't then go. I don't like this. But you said
that's called logic. It's called logic and emotion. That's called being a fan. And
which one are you on then?
Because using emotion is my fan side. That's because I want to see my team win everything. I want to see my team win every single. If I could, we'd win a quadruple every season because that's me as a fan. I hate seeing us lose. But logically speaking and rationally speaking, as I keep saying, it's not going to be that way. There's going to be so many bumps in the road because it's going to be a long season. When you look at it, Arsenal have such a settled team. They know each other in and out, and we don't. So that's
Josh, you're basically the same as me on the opposite side. So how is it no reaction to me?
Let me ask my question.
Because you're saying it's logic only based on you think, okay, this isn't going to happen, but it would only be logic if it's never happened before, where people have spent loads of money, changed their team, and won something. He still might win something. I'm still not going to like this. If he wins something and he's playing like this to the end of the season, I'm going to hate the football, and I'm going to do what I did last season. I'm going to support him because he's the Liverpool manager, and I support the players because, and I'm going to go to the parade and I make it known. I'm going to make noise there. But someone asked me, "How did you find the football?" I don't like it. It sucks, bro. I can't stand it, bro. It's horrible.
But it's right now. This is the type of football that's set up for cup competitions, not league competitions.
Josh, can I
these last-minute winners and stuff like
sadly
that?
Sadly for him, spending $500 million, you've put us back in the big leagues, bro. So now I don't want to hear it, bro. I used to be like,
then $500 million is spent for 6 years.
I was watching. But we didn't have him for 6 years. He's just spent $500 million in and he's been there for 1 season. All I'm saying is now this has happened, Slot. You've come to the big leagues and then you've spent bigger than any Liverpool manager has ever done before. I hear it takes time and that, but you've put us in the realm of Bayern Munich and Real Madrid and Barcelona and that now. And all the managers that go to them teams, they spend that much, it don't work, which at the moment, I hear it, because you don't know if it's working or not now. We're only second in the table. If it don't work, them team, the white flags come out of them clubs, bro. They're ready to get
but
rid
it's never that's
Real Madrid, we got smoked by Atletico the other day. Man, like Alonso, allow it, bro.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that's just never been the Liverpool way, innit?
Exactly, but spending half a bill.
Peas ain't been the Liverpool way, though, innit? Spending peas like that.
It's never. This like obviously what we're seeing right now. Is obviously,
we're changing.
Right. Spending money has never been the Liverpool way, but we've never been a chop and change manager.
I agree.
Let me ask this question. Anybody can answer it, really. It was going to be for Josh, but I don't want to pile on.
All the questions for me.
No. I'll let the panel answer this one.
Let Josh simmer now.
No, because Savages and Ends know where I'm going with this, yeah? You watch us win the league playing boring football. Let me tell you how boring the football was to give you my backstory. 2-0 up, I'll just go to bed. Because we're not going to try to score the third one. The game is just dead. There's no excitement in the football. But we won the league, right? So when he spent $500,000, me and Enz are like, oh, we're going to play exciting football now because we came from winning the league with dead football. The football actually got worse. It got worse. We're not even winning anymore. It's individual, bro. I used to watch boring games last season. Not exciting, just, oh, we won again. Okay, all right, cool. But it wasn't exciting. I couldn't tell you any moments. There wasn't any moments where I'm like, yeah, get in. There was none of that. I remember 3 games, Leverkusen, Man City, Real Madrid. Outside of them 3 games, I never really like, yeah. So the man spent $500,000, get all these saucy ballers, my right back that I wanted. And I'm like, yep, 10 out of 10 window. He went and got Kirk. I'm like, I didn't care. When it got worse, I'm like, I don't care. When it got Ekatike, I'm like, all right, calm. When it got Isaac, I'm like, probably should have pocketed that money. And we're playing dead football, fam. Bro, we're playing dead football. I cheered for 5 minutes in this game when I saw Bradley's intensity. And I'm like, get in there, Bradley. Yeah. 5 minutes, fam. I cheered for 5 minutes in this game, bro. Man spent $500,000 for me to cheer for 5 minutes.
Yeah, because Josh, that's what I'm saying. Josh is right when Josh said Liverpool's never been that kind of club, but clearly stuff are changing at Liverpool because FSG's never made that type of investment in one window. So we don't even know what kind of pressure they're going to put on, man. Everyone's thinking, they'll be fine with it. Go ahead, Slot, spend $500,000. No one cares, bro. If it bro, we don't know. And all I'm saying is, I watched Mancini give Man City their first league title ever, bro. Next season, sacked, bro.
But do you want to be that, bro? Do you want to be that? You want to?
No, but we're here, Josh. I don't think we want to be there, but
if you can spend all that money, I'll be fine, bro. But I'm thinking, and I don't know yet, FSG probably ain't going to spend like that ever again.
So are you trying to say because we've lost these last 2 games, we potentially cannot?
No, that's what I'm saying, Josh. That's what I'm saying. I don't know when you started watching this channel.
You're saying we can't go on and win this title.
Mine's not based on the last 2 games, and the pattern's been there. I get it from last. We got over the line against Newcastle and Bournemouth and all that. But the pattern's there, bro. The pattern's there that this was going to happen.
Dead football, Josh.
So now everyone's shocked
with dead football.
Yeah, everyone's shocked about losing 3 games in a row, but I'm not, bro.
We're not shocked.
I'm just shocked it wasn't 5. I'm just shocked.
It wasn't 8, Savage. What do you mean?
The thing is, I watch other leagues, so when everyone was talking about Atletico and all that, and then they're like, we beat a greater, bro. It's the worst Atletico, bro. They'll put performances together randomly in a week, and then they'll get smoked.
This is what I'm saying. Like people keep saying that there wasn't like many good games last season. I just like, what are you saying? Yes,
in the first 6 months, you're right, Josh. That's the one I love.
Even after that, there was dribs and drabs of good games, but again, as the
45 minutes,
it's because he used the same 14 every week, and he didn't trust other players.
Do you know the 2 clean sheets we had with Josh? Many the same team back to back. That's the 2 clean sheets: Arsenal and Burnley.
Yeah, you know what? He might have done the Arteta thing.
And then we just
that's what changed it. Maybe he will change it. Arteta did this. Arteta was playing great football. They slipped up in the last 3 games. Drew against Liverpool 2-2. I think they drew with West Ham, lost to Southampton, and then they didn't win the league. And that season, no one was expecting them to win the league in the first place. But that's what happened. You know what Arteta did the season after? Man ripped up the whole way they were playing. They went from being the most attacking team to this Arsenal right now, bro. Because he just changed everything, and they still ain't won anything. They might win something, and it feels like Slot's done the same thing. Something he was doing was working before Christmas. Again, His words, not mine, bro.
Scraps, you throw onions at me.
Something he was doing was working. All of a sudden, he changed something. He panicked. Man panicked. Man said that was getting worked out. He said we were getting worked out. How was we getting worked out, bro? That's I mean. How was we getting worked out? You only lost to Nottingham at that point, bro. And you went and changed everything. You panicked, and it's part of his character because he does that in the game, bro. What he done in the season is what he does in the game. Oh, this ain't what I'm changing the whole thing. Changing the team 4 times in 20 minutes, bro. It doesn't make any sense. And this is the same guy. Go and watch the interview back when he lost to Nottingham and they asked him in a press conference, do you think maybe he should have made some changes? And he said, if I need to change something, that means I didn't know what I was doing in the first place, bro. Fast forward, that's his whole personality, bro. So it's fine. So all I'm saying is I'm actually happy for the people that still love Slot and enjoy the football because I don't want it to go where everyone's got to hate it. Someone's got to enjoy it somewhere, bro. So if you not enjoy it, good luck to that. But me,
I can't lie. There was periods of last season where we were saying that we've never seen this sort of tactical flexibility. When
everyone
first half of the season,
running around
first
calling
half
him
of
a
the
genius
season.
for getting stuff wrong and then fixing it. That's I didn't rate it. As soon as I saw he keeps getting stuff wrong and then fixing it in the second half. That's not a genius to me.
The mistakes he's making is because he's got an embarrassment of riches right now, and he don't know what to do with it. He doesn't know what to do with it. He's never been in this position.
If you don't know what to do with it, then sorry, that's on you, bro. Like
Jerry,
that's like an employee that doesn't like his job. Then quit.
Take a look at how Ancelotti kind of steps up sometimes with Real Madrid. He just says, "Go on the pitch and do your thing," and then he does his little eyebrow raise.
Until they didn't, and then he got sacked.
They got rid of him, bro.
Of course,
they said, nah. You lost that to Barca and we didn't win no trophies. Now get out of here.
Of course. But again, I don't.
Lads, it's been great. I'm gonna jump off.
This headache ain't going away. Could be malnourished. Could be Liverpool. It could be the conversation. It could be Slot. I don't know what it is, but I might have to go look after myself because Slot ain't looking after this team at all. Josh, big up yourself.
Josh.
Yeah, big up yourself. Yeah, if you say something loose, you'll get stones and tomatoes.
You'll get stones, Josh.
You'll get stones and tomatoes over here. That's the thing over here. Hey, 12. Yeah, look after yourself. Get some rest. I know you're pulling all night. You didn't deserve to see this in the day. So look after yourself.
Yeah.
Jerry, your smile today. I don't know if it's one of them Salah smiles or you're genuinely happy. I don't know if it's a delusional one, but
it's a disillusioned one. You know, like when you just resigned to the fact that, listen, I'm sorry. That Salah performance today and the 50-50 from Kirkes, they were the 2 nails in the coffin for me.
Hey, Jerry, you still got that clip of Salah twerking?
Huh?
You still got that clip of Salah twerking?
Of course I do, man. I'll send that to Enz. Enz used to run that.
Yeah. We might need to blow that one back out because that's all he's doing on the pitch. Hey, chat, big up yourself, man, sticking around in that. Big up the callers in that. Some good calls came in today, man.
Yeah, Scrubs G has it, but G's chilling.
Enz?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some pro clubs will lift your spirits up, man. I don't know what to say.
I need it. I need to play with my team, bro, because my team, we play way better football and sometimes we complain, but boy, at least there's patterns, bro.
All right, man. Then.
We sub one out, we sub one in.
That's me too. That's me too. Big up everybody. Big up. Jerry, 12. Let me let G land first and let me pass the baton. G boy, we can't do nothing for our guy today though. Then the love for Salah today, boy. Today he got hold it on his own, man.
Hey, leave Salah alone, man.
Nah. He should. I was doing the signal, G. 55 minutes. Come on, my guy.
You need to answer for Ghali's crimes. You don't even deserve this thing right now. Ghali.
So the Jerry said Ghali, that's me. I gone. G, over to you,
big
buddy.
Up, bro.
Yeah, big up.
Ghali, blood.
Chat to me about Ghali, bro.
Chat to us about Ghali, man. Your guy in that.
Okay, first of all, I think we all support Liverpool, so I feel like
whoa.
You know, first of all, big up to everybody. You know what I'm saying? I hope everyone's blessed in that. I mean,
all right, enough of that. What's going on, Ghali, bro?
You look like the temple. What do you want me to say, bro?
G, I've tried. You know what? You're my boy. I'm not gonna crash out. I'm just gonna say there was a moment in time we spoke about performances, and you told me allow it as long as man scores, innit? Well, now we're in the latter. Now we're not even getting goals.
Yeah, that's true. And I told you last week, just drop him. It's simple. You know what I'm saying? Well, like there's nothing
But
Don't worry about
explain to us about his performances, though. Like, explain like what's going on, maybe what's going through his. I want to know from, I mean, the Salah supporter, because we know we should drop him, but talk to me about what's going wrong. Like, we need a bit more.
I just think, yeah, I'm watching Salah and I'm just like, bro, the game's not going through you. So if the game's not going through you, my bro, like, and you're not going to offer us anything else, bro, just get off the pitch. Like, it's pointless at this point. Like, get off the pitch. We don't need to see you. The late goal, it's all long now. Play someone else, put someone else there. But this is where I then look at the manager. I'm like, brother, like, if you're not going to take him off, like, I can cuss. You can sit here and cuss Salah all you want. Guess what? He's playing 90 minutes all the time without fail. So at that point, is it a Salah problem or is that a manager problem? That's a manager problem. You know what I'm saying? Because man isn't going to come off willy-nilly. That's a manager issue. You can see that it's not working on that side, my boy. So just take him. All you got to do is just take him off. And I'm not even saying take him off like half time. I'm saying, brother, there's 60 minutes of a game has gone by. He's done nothing other than a Trevea pass. And then just take him off. Just bring someone else on who can bring something different to the game. Chiesa sitting on the bench. And you didn't even look at him during the game. You didn't even look to even say, oh, yeah, maybe we check. You brought Endo. Come on, G. Like, this is where I look at you and I'm like, bro, come on, man. You're not even trying to, like, you're just making everything 10 times worse. But Salah himself, bro, he's been shit. Like, this whole season, I think he's been absolute dog shit. Like, worse than shit. Like, we are playing with 10 men at this point. We're actually playing with 10 men because you're not offering us anything that makes us think, you know what, though, it's Salah. Before, you could get away with it, like I said last season, because factually, he was scoring goals, he was getting assists, he was doing a madness in the stats department. But you're not bringing that to the table. And if you're not bringing that to the table, then you kind of got to go. Remember, that's what you bring to the table. That's the worst thing. It's like, that's your thing that you bring to the table. When everyone else brings food, brings whatever cutlery, that's what you bring to the table. You bring the goals and the assists. If you're not bringing that, brother, you can't sit at the table and not eat and try to eat with everyone else. That don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need something from you at the bare minimum. And that's just Salah. If we talk about the rest of the team, brother, the rest of the team is just on a joke thing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, that's what it is with Salah, man. That's what it is. Like, he's been shit. There's nothing else you can really say. But the manager's playing him. So at this point, I don't even know what to do. I don't know. I really don't. So it's just kind of just one of them, man. But it is what it is, man.
Do you think that Salah's checked out? Is that what you're basically saying? Has he checked out?
Ooh. I don't think he's. You know, so man, I don't even think it's a he's checked out thing. I genuinely just believe that the manager's trying to go a different way, but that way doesn't fit with what he's trying to do. And now you've just got a player who, for the last 8 years, for the last 8 years, you've been going through this player in a sense, in terms of he's been the outlet, he's been the guy that we rely upon. Now this summer has obviously come into what Josh was saying before about new players and taking time. That is true. I 100% agree with that. It does take time. But regardless of anything, any team, any manager, you have to have a base. Even the worst team, Manchester United, have a style and an identity that you know exactly what they want to do. Regardless of how rubbish they are at doing it, you know exactly what they want to do. And unfortunately now with Salah, he's in a place where it's like, we're not playing through me and we're not doing anything else that's going to probably even help to contribute to what I need to do to be effective for myself. So now he's just there chilling. And as I said, it's going to be odd moments, Trevea pass here and assist there and maybe a goal there, which is fine. That's absolutely fine. But then take him off. I'd rather you play Chiesa. I'd rather you play Rio. Just play anybody who's going to just bring something a little bit more to the game, where we can maybe change things, maybe affect things a little bit differently. But he's not doing that. So, yeah, man. It is what it is. But listen, Liverpool deserve what they're getting right now. So the reality is just take the L's and we move. It's really that simple. Take the L's, we move. You deserve to lose. You've been scrounging away for time. It's been too long that you've been winning games that you shouldn't be winning. Guess what? Time will check you on that. And guess what? Time is checking you. It's checking you. 3 defeats in a row. Galatasaray, Crystal Palace, and Chelsea. Those are your defeats. That's crazy. That's crazy. In a week, that's crazy. So like I said, take the L, we move. Like Liverpool have deserved to lose at some point in time because it's not been a good playing style or it's not been sustainable, whatever you want to call it, doesn't really matter. But in that time, we won the Premier League. So no one really cares because the whole point is to win a trophy, which is 100% factual. Win the trophy, cool. But guess what? Now you're here. Now, you know what I mean? We just got to hope that things change in the next couple of weeks. If not, then it's a different conversation.
I don't know if you heard, our earlier conversation, but I still think that I didn't really get a concrete answer, somewhat of one at least, and that was with maybe this team, since the emphasis, because you're all talking about identity, and I agree with that. I don't think this team has a true identity anymore, or at least they don't have the identity that Slot wants them to have. I think they had an identity, but they just don't have the identity that Slot wants or envisions them to, that he wants them to have. And one of those characteristics of the identity that at least I believe he wants to have this team to have is that, again, I already mentioned the kill with passes comment, but it's the patience thing. That's why I asked JJ, I asked other panelists, the difference between the patience and intensity. We are all conditioned on this team bringing some of our best moments through intensity. Yeah, we have a coach telling us about be patient. Don't don't try to push and do a risky pass. Don't try to do this or don't try to do that. Be patient. Be patient. We've become so patient, possibly, that we've lost that intensity.
Yeah, but we kind of did have listen, like last season again. Trent kind of did that inverted role that he's now asking Kirkus to do on the left hand side. So Trent came in, and that's why we was asking for potentially someone like a Hato or someone like that to come on the left hand side who can be a left back but also be a left centre back as well to make that free, because Trent was doing that inverted thing. Now he's asking Kirkus to do it, and that's, again, it's not Kirkus's game. So it's more the fact that, again, people have said it, but we've misprofiled our signings, some of them anyway.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I agree with that.
But I just don't think that the whole point of what I'm trying to get an answer for is that I don't think that the rate of play is, we want to be patient. I get that, but the passes seem slow. The build up seems slow.
I hear that, yeah, because I hear that, because I hear what you're saying, but I don't. Obviously, there's many ways to skin a cat. City, when they kept the ball, or Barca when they kept the ball, they'd kill
absolutely
the pass,
yes,
right? But the difference is everyone was on the same page, and you had everyone that was willing to be like, you know what, I'm not gonna. For example, Salah, I'm not gonna just go and try take him on for no reason. I'm gonna touch, bring two players to me, give it back to the midfielder. The midfielder gives it back to the other side. Winger does the same thing, and they keep doing that, and they pen the team in, and all of a sudden it is bang into a player, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they speed it up, go.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Difference is you've got a couple players that seem to want to do that. Wirtz then shows in the hole to ask for the ball, but they don't bounce it into him, so he doesn't get it. All of a sudden, the ball goes over the top for no apparent reason. We just boot it over the top because we're trying to be direct. And then your midfield's like, oh, we got to get there. They then sprint up into support and to try and win the second ball. But our wingers or our strikers give the ball away because they're trying to be direct. And then the ball goes over the top, and then there's a massive gap in the middle. And that's what I think the problem is. Because to your point, against Galatasaray, I think the problem was we weren't being patient enough. We kept trying to be direct and kept forcing the ball, and we kept losing it. Time when Liverpool played well for that 15-minute spell that N speaks about, it's when Liverpool just kept it and kept it and kept it and kept it and kept it. And done that for so long that it was like, oh, okay, you can see Galatasaray started to get pinned back. But what happened? Someone would just go and misplace the ball, miscontrol the ball, or ball go under someone's foot, or Curtis Jones got it, and then, do you know what I mean? Lacked some energy, all of a sudden, bang, Osterman was on him, and he had to sprint back to recover. Like, you can't account for that stuff. And I think if we're gonna dominate in the way you can, I don't think we can do it in the way of being intense. Because we've done it with Klopp. I think Klopp's the best at it. That's why I always spoke about saying, you know what, we need a bit more control. And I thought that's what Slot was going to give us last season. But from what he's talking about this season, and Carragher even spoke to him first game of the season against Bournemouth when he was like, this is becoming end to end. Like, this isn't nothing from what it was last year. He had no control. And he was like, no, he tried to palm it off. It's like he wants it to be like this. It's like he's got so excited with the money he's been able to spend. G spoke about the drip. He spent all the money on the drip, but it's just mismatch. He's got Fendi, Gucci, Prada, Armani, and flipping Adidas, all in the same outfit. Like, nothing's making sense. You got some players that are trying to keep the ball. You got some players that are being direct. Do you know what I mean? At one point, Slot saying, "Yeah, don't be too risky," but at the same time, when people are asking about possession, he said, We're not a possession-based team. We're a team that wants to score goals, but we're not scoring goals." It's just all over the place.
Mm-hmm. There was 2 halves of football that we played quite brilliantly this season. Yeah, the first one being Atletico Madrid, when we set up with a midfield of Sobo, Grav, Wirtz, and we allowed Wirtz. Sobo did the dirty work, played the ball to Wirtz, gave the ball to Wirtz, and allowed Wirtz to have the link up with Isak up top. We also played Frimpong at right back, who stretched out the pitch. That was one of Salah's best games. He stretched the pitch, gave them overlapping runs, which also gave Salah the distraction that he needs. Again, we're downplaying the fact that Salah has lost someone like a Trent, who had certain things that he used to do that allowed Salah to play his game. Another one of the great games, a great halves that we've had, is against Everton, first half. Again, in that, we didn't change much of the team. I think we played only Kirkes and, if I'm right, Ekitike up top. But we had the midfield 3 that we started today of old. But one thing that we did in that game, those midfield 3, again, it's something that I don't want to happen, but they were all interchanging positions. It wasn't a double pivot with a 10. It was a 6 and 2 8s, but they all change in a nice triangle. So they all can play those roles. And it was such a beautiful interchange. And that's why we played so well in that game, because they knew a pattern of play. They knew a style of play. And then I don't know what happened in the second half. The second half, it went to piss. And I don't know what happened. But those games, we had a nice structure. And again, what we're seeing right now and what we saw today has nothing to do. And again, it worked in the Everton game with those 3, Sobo, Grav, Mac. It works because we had Ekitike dropping back. It doesn't work with the Isak dropping back, which again, why I say he needs to sort himself out, make bold decisions, drop certain players, and I think we'll see a different Liverpool.
Yeah,
it's mad because the most concerning thing about what you said there is that the fact that you've had to pick halves and not games.
Yeah, we haven't played a good game this season.
No, but that's what I'm saying is like that in itself is concerning. Is that this isn't? Remember, we're not like, I feel like people, not you, but like I feel like people forget. Remember, we just won the league and we're not a shit team, but the way we're moving is like we're I don't know, a team that, like, if us man on this panel now just all linked up together to go Power League or something, and we've never played with each other ever in our lives. So we've got individual quality ports. You've got individual quality in like different areas. Some man can do this, some man can do that. This brother don't like tracking back, but this guy loves to hog the ball. This guy, I'm like, bro, like it shouldn't really be like that. Like where I'm not even seeing a 90 minutes of, like I said, win, lose or draw. Regardless, I know what Manchester United are going to do, bro. I don't care if they win, lose, or draw, but I just know what they're going to do. So at least they have a foundation so that in the future, whenever that future is, you can see that, once he gets whatever players or whatever happens, yeah, that actually might start cooking. But the players already know. Right now, like 12 is saying, it's almost like you kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. Do we want to be a possession team, but we were built on that, as 12 said, that intensity. That's what makes Liverpool. That is Liverpool, really and truly. If I can be honest, that is Liverpool. We're high intensity. We like doing that. But then, as Jerry was saying, yeah, I thought Slot was coming in to maybe just control it a little bit, which is fine. I've got no problem with that. Now, though, I don't know what you're trying to do. Like, I don't know if you know what you're trying to do.
No. Listen, we'll end it there, man. Big up to everyone. Big up to all the callers. Big up to the guys on the panel as well, man. Love for the support. As always, should be back tomorrow, man. I'm sure we'll be able to dissect it, sleep, have a good rest, sleep, think about what we saw, and maybe we can come up with some solutions. Because everything that we keep saying, it just keeps coming to fruition, man. So fingers crossed, man. Gaffer, you need to be watching the streams, man. You know what I mean? before you get sacked. Change the formation, change the system before you get sacked, man. But big up to Joshua, man. You stayed on the panel. You stayed in the lines. Then it can get like that. You get questioned about everything. It's not. You know what I mean? You held yourself good, though. You held yourself big up to 12.
Step into the arena, you got to be ready for the attacks.
You have to be ready, bro. You can't come in here.
He's got the right energy.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got it.
This might motivate me to set up a channel, you know, because boy, I got things to say after these games.
Say it, bro. You should just run it, bro. Run
Say
it.
it with
Run
your
it.
chest.
Run it.
Big up to 12 as well. Big up for jumping in, bro. We haven't streamed together in ages, man.
Yeah. Enjoyed the conversation. Great panel, by the way, though. Really good, really good panel.
Yeah, we're always having some crazy conversations, man. But you listen, now everyone's scared to take the medicine, in it. We tried to give the medicine early when you weren't that ill. You
tried to give them the vaccine, they didn't want it. Now they got the full-blown illness. Now they got
now they're like, yeah, it's mad, crashing out. Don't crash out now. It's all right, man. Big up to G as always. Big up to JJ. Big up to Sav as well, man. Zubiri, big up. Pops was on as well. Big up. And big up to all the callers as well, man. I've timestamped all the callers, so you guys can go back and watch your favorite take and let us know in the comment section, man. Who had the best take, who hadn't. Obviously, Zubiri had his favorite for some reason. I don't know why. So basically, the rest of you guys came on the show, said nothing you liked, apart from that one caller. So it is what it is, man. And do you guys have any streams tomorrow that you guys want to shout out before we end the stream?
Yeah, I'm getting back to doing my. I'm getting back to. I had a little bit of a stint. I just got out of the hospital, but I'm back to appreciate it. Back to focusing on streaming. Can't stream from the hospital bed, so that's what it is. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Here now, I get to conduct myself appropriately, hopefully, in some of these panels. Not go crazy. And I'll have a show tomorrow though. Yeah, to kind of break down exactly what we spoke about. Maybe even bring up some of the insights you guys brought up because I thought everyone brought up some good points today.
Hey, no worries, man. Big up to you. All right, let's get out of here, man. Let's go and do something with our lives because obviously Liverpool didn't want to make us happy today. But here's what it is. We support our team. We love our team. But yeah, man. Peace, people. Enjoy the rest of your night, evening. Peace.